I had a question for you, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, is there a way I can get Tabletop Simulator to work on my second monitor so I don't have to like... Shit, I have to change my display capture, my bad. And it's only gonna show 4 out of the 6 people on my little monitor. Oh no, they're minimized for some reason. Whatever, I don't know what's going on there. I swear to God, I'm almost ready. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I already figured that out. Now I want to know why it's only showing 4 faces instead of all 6 of you, and the other 2 are like teeny tiny. Did you move something around? I don't know what's going on. I give up. Okay, you can move us back over now.
Getting hepatitis and dying.
Out. There's a dude that works here who went to the hospital last night, and he was at work yesterday. Came down with bacterial meningitis.
Sorry, people.
Yeah,
What?
they shut the hospital down.
No, it's all good.
That's spooky.
Yeah.
Hepatitis.
It's locked. What's the password? Oh yeah, you told me that. Also, how do I turn this god-awful music off?
That's so,
Get in the
you're the one to love
as
it.
quickly as possible. Well, you connected for about half a second, Angel. Then it killed you again.
That's impressive because the computer is completely shut down currently.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So really impressed. Three different devices.
I can't even. No, I can't even get Steam to launch. I might have to restart.
Guys, difficulties.
Be right back.
Thought you were a cat.
Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, I put my starting soon up. I'm gonna for a multi.
grab a drink. And I'll be right
Oh,
back.
you already know how to do it? Can you post it one more time in your chat?
I got so many hit points, boys.
Did I see a torch?
Wait,
What's
what
up, guys
did
and
you
gals?
do?
Huh? What? Oh, I have a very,
did you
very
do?
short. I have a very short intro video thing that I run before D&D night.
Oh.
It's like a 7-second intro vid that brings us live. It's Friday night. How you guys doing? It is Friday
What's up?
Pathfinder. Say hi, everybody.
Hey guys.
Hey.
So we have joining us tonight the one, the only Clumsy Chemist. How you doing, Clumsy? Welcome. She's talking to her streamers as well. She's telling them what's going
Hi,
on.
people.
So Clumsy is another streamer here. You can follow this link. I've posted it a couple times, but there's the multi. If you want to watch both of our streams at the same time, she's doing her own thing, also talking to her viewers. And then if you are curious about her channel, not chemistry, chemist, come on brain. There we go. Shorter. There's the info for hers. And then, as usual, we have the rest of our table here as well. We've got Paul. Paul, how you doing?
What's up, guys? Trying to
That's gonna be-
figure out how to reset my tabletop because I'm so bad at this game.
You'll figure it out. We've got Jesse, aka Halavar. How you doing tonight, Jesse?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Got my liquid happiness in my cup, ready to kill some stuff.
And we've got 2 vapors on stream now. Clumsy vapes as well.
Right.
There you go.
Very nice.
Yeah,
We had
Uh,
Vapor World come crash in on us last time.
All right. Angel, how you doing?
Doing okay tonight. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good. We're rolling into a Pathfinder Friday, and that always makes me happy. So.
Well, actually, technically, most nights I am vaping too. I'm vaping weed. This is actually the first time I actually have this out.
Jealous.
Just don't declare that that's what it is when we're live on
It's
stream.
California. It's all good.
Yeah, it's legal here, man.
Yeah, that's all good. It's fine. It's legal
I'm
here
sorry,
too.
I meant black tar heroin. No, oops.
Oh wait. Yeah, no promoting that on stream for sure. I don't want to get banned. Speaking of, since we're talking about you, how you doing tonight, Ben?
I'm doing good.
No, not doing black tar heroin. That's how you're doing.
No.
Just-
If anything, I am doing the high off a new kitten. As my high, I mean like sleepless nights, many sleepless nights. Don't adopt kittens. Adopt fully grown cats.
There you
Get
go.
them spayed and neutered.
What?
I have raised 2 puppies.
Oh, so I'm so sorry for you. This must have been trying times.
Who were both very sick when I first got them because they were SPCA puppies.
Oh,
Yeah. Oscar and what's the other one? Annabelle?
Annabelle.
Boom, got it. Reno, how you doing tonight?
Doing all right. Trying to finish leveling up Tim here. I totally forgot to do that. I'm sorry.
Do you take rings and jog?
Jog.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Are you forgetting how to set up your rolls and on your little tool there?
My little tool.
What happened?
Talking to Paul. Looks
Oh.
like he's trying to set
Yeah,
up his rolls.
I figured out how to clear it. I'm just setting it up while we're talking.
Oh, okay. So, Clumsy, it's going to take us literally just a minute to get you into the game while we kind of rehash what happened with everybody else. And
Oh,
And
that's
then- and
why
then-
I can just see the table and like.
yeah,
Wait. Okay.
yeah, I don't have any of the map stuff up yet. So the spot that it put you in front of, this area over here. I think this is the
Wait, where? The 26?
68.
I'm in front of the 72,
Oh, so we need to move you
I think.
to.
Oh, wait,
here.
I can move it. Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay, hi.
There you go. There's your spot. So that's your spot at the table. So this is your character sheet. So a lot of this isn't going to make any sense to you, but we will take you through it as it's necessary for your use. So,
Wait,
but this
what's
is
my
your
sheet?
character.
Oh. I
So
need
right
a
here,
third
the
monitor, dude.
tablet that's here. So you've got a tablet here, and the information on that tablet is your character. But for easy reference, there's a little note card here. So most of the things that I'm going to ask you for are going to be on this little note card. And then this little figure that's here on the table. Let me get this up here so everybody can see what
I
we're
just
looking
figured out how to navigate the table. Hold on. Okay.
at. So
Okay.
couple key things that'll be good for you to know. Spacebar will put you hovered up above the table. And then you can maneuver around. If you hover your mouse over something like the tablet, just hover it over it and hold down the Alt key, it'll bring it up big on your screen. So without you having to even
okay.
move over to it. So like the note cards, all that sort of stuff. So Clumsy is playing an elven druid
I
whose
might
name.
change. Sorry.
No, I change what?
I might change my OBS to just capture the tabletop stream thing.
Ah,
Never mind. It's okay. Sorry. Go.
I should actually. You know what? Since you brought up the whole multi thing a minute ago,
It just might be easier so I can see everything.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm actually going to bring up the multi because I hadn't done that yet. So that I can see chats from everybody also for what your people are saying. If it wants to load for me. I'm just going to pause the videos and just concentrate on the chats.
Would it be weird if I just capture the tabletop simulator?
If it wants to load for me. Probably not.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be a lot easier.
And then this way I can see all of the chat things. Hello, people from Clumsy's chat. How are you all doing tonight? What am I looking at? Here we go. Okay. So, getting stuff organized. Again, pro stream here, folks. Bear with us. Okay. Anyway, how all are you people out there in TV land doing? Anyway, okay, so we have, again, Clumsy is playing a druid. For simplicity's sake, she has named her character Clumsy. That's actually all I'm going to give you guys for now. We'll get into it a little bit more as we move forward. So, last week was pretty straightforward and simple, but who wants to recap it for us?
Well, we had a shit show at a mansion, so that was fun.
Boy, that's no lie.
I thought we were all gonna die. I was like, well, now we got gargoyles up our ass. We got Becky over here trying to mud wrestle with some other lady.
That's not how Becky remembers it.
Nope,
That's right.
That's
Becky remembers being oppressed because she wanted to be the king.
Yep. Bunch of fucking men tell me no.
Well, we heard that that Miss Hotbottom, Miss Unbelievably Hotbottom,
That's right.
had an item of interest, as it were, and so we put on after going to the Thieves Guild, we ventured over to her estate with our new hats of disguise, and we ended up essentially infiltrating. And I don't know what happened to where all of a sudden we're in a brawl, but I think it was because Tim and I kind of caught wind of gargoyles staring at us. So that was a little unnerving. And then all of a sudden Becky's trying to shoot explosive arrows at people's asses or something. And I think we're just in it at that point. But you know what? I will give it to you.
You guys did not talk to Becky about the plan.
You did grapple the shit out of that lady. So that was a plus.
That was a thing.
It was easy pickings at that point.
So I would like to point out, Becky noticed she had the ring on and was trying to tell you guys the secret when no one was talking to her. So
Okay, that was a bad idea because then there was a problem with my camera. So never mind. I lose.
Becky didn't know about the gargoyles, so she went to go and get the ring from the girl, which she did.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, no one informed Becky about jack shit.
But we did end up getting the ring, and we noticed that as she was kind of on her back or dying or whatever, she was trying to say something or just maybe cast a spell of some kind.
As I recall, isn't she just bleeding out right now, or did she actually die? I don't remember her actually dying.
I don't know. I think she went unconscious for sure, but before that, she had tried to cast some kind of a spell that may have done something to the rings, because that's when I ran over to you, Tim, and threw the ring in that Hermione bag, and I can't remember Hermione bag. And
so,
yeah, that's kind of where we left off, I think, right?
I don't know if Becky has mentioned that the ring was heating up and then stopped yet.
Well, Kylar definitely knows that the ring he had was heating up.
So will we share that information then? The rest of the group?
Yeah, I mean,
we
kind of stopped right as I ran over to Tim.
Is she still alive? Because I can do confess.
No, she was overkilled, but substantially.
Oh, wonderful.
I really
My
like
bad.
that phrase, by substantially.
Substantially.
My bad.
But yeah. I love how the figure for your rogue, Paul, is just
He just looks like he has like 6 rods straight up his ass. Where is he?
yeah, he's just like freaking out constantly.
Yeah.
It's
It's a feint. It's a feint. Just come at me, bro. Look at him.
right, he's faking it. He's just I don't know what happened to the rogue figs, but like even if I make a brand new table, that figure is still messed up. I don't know what the deal is. But yeah, so that's where you guys left off. Paul ran over, stuffed the ring that he had into the Heward's handy haversack to kind of try to sever any magical ties that it had. And Celissa made the comment that if the rings were doing that, then it stands to reason that there might be another ring within range.
A certain distance. Yeah.
Yes. And Angel, is your tabletop simulator just taking a dump? Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah, it keeps saying server timeout. I'm at 93% right now, so I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that it's going to actually go through, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
That's weird. Did you reboot your computer?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's really weird.
Remember, she was connected, but her computer was off at the same time. So
Oh,
You
yeah.
can always just give her a link to her character sheet and she can watch the
She's
stream.
ghosting.
Yeah, with a slight delay. That's true. If that's if we get into anything where she actually needs combat tonight a lot. Tonight might be kind of an RP heavy night. We'll see how it goes and what happens. So basically, that's where we're at. Celissa has made the suggestion that there is potentially another ring within a reasonable distance, within the distance that you guys have determined is necessary for them to connect. So it's a matter of what information you guys want to share amongst each other and how you guys would like to proceed with that information.
Becky has a question. Does she detect any chaos in that house?
She does not.
One blow up the house.
So I'm going to go ahead and suggest that we try to take care of the bodies of, or at least
Oh, remember
Hot Bottom's body.
Yeah, because the others disappeared on us.
Right.
Yeah, everything
Well,
else
the gargoyles
turned to dust.
did, right? Okay.
And
So
the
we
people.
definitely want to take care of hers because, there's the whole city guard looking for us.
Although we look like city guard,
We do, but I think they would investigate if they saw her body out in her lawn
just laying there.
through the gate. Yeah.
Yeah, you look like
Pretty
City
sure-
Guard that just murdered.
Didn't we
people.
have a guard out there too? One of her guards?
Hey guys,
No,
hold up.
He dissipated as well.
The ring was
Oh,
heating
right.
up pretty badly when I threw it into the bag, and we know that if that's the case, then there
There's a-
might be another ring nearby.
Third
Right.
ring within 100 foot. At least a third ring.
And if we're gonna drag this damn body into the house, we probably want to make sure that we're aware of what we might be walking into in that house, because I never had a chance to break into it. I tried. The back door was pretty substantially locked.
Well, we
so I
could-
couldn't get into it.
Does
could
the
take her over
paladin detect anything in the house?
No.
Let's go through the front door then. I see nothing wrong.
I agree.
Halvar, you want to give me a hand with this body?
Absolutely.
Is no one gonna stop Becky from walking through the front door?
Let
Becky,
me
just
get my
Go
shovel.
get the blood off your chest, Becky.
I will help Kylar with the body.
Tim,
We're gonna
could you
we're
get the
gonna
door
throw it
for
in the
us?
pond, tie it to a gargoyle. Throw it in the
Uh,
Detect magic or something on that door, man.
I'm gonna. Does Hot Bottom have any keys on her person?
She does. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab those keys off her body, and I'll go ahead and detect magic on the door to see if it's maybe trapped with magic, and then I'll check if it's unlocked. If not, try the keys.
It is unlocked.
So Becky opens the door for him, right?
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and. Is it push to open or pull?
It is a push.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of push it open, standing to the side of the door just in case,
Okay.
and then peer in and let them go ahead and in first.
So I'm sorry, Tim. Were you going in first, or are we?
No,
Drag-
I'm standing to the side of the
Becky's trying
door.
to go in first.
Okay. Come on, Becky.
Okay, so Becky's going through the door first.
Yeah,
Correct.
Becky wants to know what's in this
All right.
house.
So how are you? What are you doing as you enter in through the house?
Becky's gonna just kind
Well-
of like poke her head. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, while they're figuring out this house ordeal and the body ordeal, I'm going to actually cast Locate Object. And we had known which ring the father was wearing, so I'm going to try and locate that particular object. Locate Object allows me to know the direction of which the object is in from my person within a 400 and several foot more math than I feel like mathing at 11 o'clock at night.
What is it, like 400 plus 5 for every 2 levels or something?
It's 40 per level.
Okay, and so
Okay.
so how
So-
are you indicating?
640.
And so how are you indicating what it is that you are looking for? Like how are you?
It's clearly visualizing the object, and since you said we had pictures of it in the journal, I have a clear visualization of that particular ring.
Okay.
If it is not within the range of, or if it is not a clear enough image of, the spell just fizzles out and I don't see anything.
That's what occurs.
Okay. Then I'll try for the next ring.
For the boss lady?
And what level is this spell? Are you blowing through spells here, or are these 0 levels?
No, these are actually 3rd level spells. But if it's within 100 foot of us and we need to know, I think time is of the essence on this one. Am I right, guys?
You can go through all of the
that my
rings.
pocket almost burned.
You go through all of the rings that you have information for, and you do not get any indication of any of them. Other than the
So that
ones
would've
that you
been-
know are in your presence. The one that Kylar has and the one that the lady had on her. Becky. So, Becky, how are you entering this house?
So Becky's gonna have her bow out with one of the explosive arrows, like knocked and ready. I kind of like poke her head in through the door, looking around, like, hello?
So go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. I just put points into it. See that now. I change my no card. 14. Fuck yeah.
You hear some some speaking from a room off to your right in a very low voice, but it is in kind of a repetitive nature. You can't quite tell what they're saying, but you definitely hear a voice coming from the room to your right.
What do you mean by repetitive? Explain repetitive to me.
It sounds like they're reciting the same thing over and over again.
I'm gonna like look over to Tim, like, Tim, come here. I want Tim to hear this.
Can I hear it?
Make a perception check.
All right. This will be fun.
If my base 14 was enough, I think you'll be okay.
Does a 9 hear it?
With it being pointed out by Becky, yes, you are able to pick up the fact that there's somebody whispering from the front room. It sounds to you like a spell of some sort, but not anything that's like actively casting a spell that does something immediately. Like they're just repeating the same spell over and over and over again.
Okay, I want to ask Tim, can I blow it up?
I'm going to do a spellcraft check to see if I can recognize the spell.
It sounds like some sort of a magical activation, but you can't tell what it is they're trying to activate. It's not like in a rushed pattern or anything like that. It's just like very, very consistent. Just like a very consistent vocalization of a spell.
All right. Becky, let's not jump to blowing it up, but go ahead and have your explosives ready.
Okay, so the front room. Can I peek around and see if there's anyone else in there?
Yes, you look in, and you see an elven woman, and one second. Okay, so you turn the corner, and then there is an elven woman sitting in a chair, constantly repeating the same words over and over and over again. She is dressed and looks like Clumsy. If you'd like to introduce what your elf looks like, make it up as you go along if you want. Like, what clothes are you wearing? What sort of descriptive items are you wearing? Facial features, whatever you want to give them. Being that you are a druid who has come into the city to enjoy the upcoming festivities that are about to occur across the entire upcoming week, leading up to this grand event that is going to be taking place.
She has long black hair and green eyes and red lips. She's wearing green robes and oh my gosh, sorry, my dog. She is holding a wand made of crystal because I can't think of anything else.
That works.
But
yeah,
it's
so there's
unbreakable.
And so you turn the corner and that's what you see is an elven woman sitting in a chair reciting words over and over and over again. And
Becky, can we get this damn body inside yet?
Are you waiting behind me, or?
We're like at the door with this bloody, bleeding body, dude. Bring this in the house.
I wasn't bringing it over. That was you and Alvar.
That's what I'm saying. We're just holding this thing up.
Kind of behind you.
Yeah. Well, there's Tim next to me too.
Oh yeah, and you can't forget about the pointy elf ears.
I mean, I'm still waiting on Tim to tell me if it's safe or not. I'm looking to him for authority and leadership right now.
Well, she's super clumsy, so...
Okay, so because you're a player character, I didn't know that it was NPC. I was going to insist it was a hostage that we need to rescue her.
So go ahead in, Becky, but keep your bow ready.
Okay,
and I'll stand aside for.
I'm gonna charge in all SWAT
So,
team,
Becky's
getting
supposed
down
to
on the
keep her
ground.
bow and her explosives ready now? We are in a ton of trouble going into this house with
I understood that her explosive was on her arrows.
Yes.
Yeah. So so I'm gonna charge in there like SWAT team, kick down the door,
It's
and tell
already
everyone to get. No, I want to force the rest of it open. Well, I thought the door was partially closed. It's just wide open.
Yeah, yes. No, it's like you guys opened the door to the house, and then there's no door between the room that you're in and the room that you find the elf in.
Well, I'm still gonna charge in all SWAT, telling whoever's in the chair to get on the ground.
I'm gonna wave in Kylar and Halavar just to get everybody in the house.
All right, so
finally, Jesus, taking so long.
Clumsy, and remember, Becky, you still look like a male guard right now. So Clumsy, this for your purposes, a town guard bursts into the room with a bow drawn, an arrow pointed at you, and is demanding that you stop reciting your words and get on the ground.
But I can't stop reciting my words.
Stop resisting.
Go ahead and throw your hands up.
No. Back up or I will light you on fire.
All right, Halvar, just can we
Oh,
just
that's-
put the body on the floor, buddy? Just,
Just
I'm done with this.
dump it.
Just dump the body. All right, what's going on, guys?
Becky's very on edge, by the way.
Becky, what the hell did you do? Who is this? Where did
She's resisting
where did
arrest.
she come from?
I have no idea. I am very scared.
Do
I do
you
not want to
speak
die.
common?
Very exaggerated. Do you?
Do you speak common?
I'm
The
not-
answer to that question is yes. Everybody and everything speaks common.
I don't know. That's
Well,
just speaking
not-
some
not the
gibberish in the
gnolls.
corner over here.
Not the gnolls.
As we just murdered everyone outside.
That's right. Specifically, you speak Elven, Common, Gnome, Gnoll, Orc, and Druidic.
Must be nice. I think I only barely speak common.
Yeah. But yeah, so if Becky, if your character didn't catch that, the very druidic looking person in front of you, kind of in between words of whatever it is that she's reciting, kind of puffed out very quickly, I can't stop saying them.
Yeah, I am confused. I'm gonna look to Halvar and be like, "Do you see this shit? Is this shit okay?"
Say, can we do Arcana check, see if we can determine what it is she's chanting?
I'm looking for authority right now.
If Tim would like to make do an actual full on spellcraft, now that you're in the room, and
Halvar, do you detect evil at all?
Becky
Becky
make a
know
wisdom
that?
save.
Oh shit!
Not a wisdom save,
20
a wisdom check. Or does Becky have spellcraft?
Yes, I do.
Have Becky roll spellcraft instead.
Ike.
I have spellcraft.
Go ahead and roll it. Actually, considering where you were.
Is anyone gonna figure out what she's doing, or do we need some daggers?
That's
I
what
mean,
you're
I'm
trying
just
to do.
saying we might have, she clearly casted first. Okay, we're gonna get
So-
the record straight.
Reno, you make your spellcraft check. As you see that she's sitting here reciting these words that you recognize are some sort of an activation spell, but you can tell that absolutely nothing is happening. Like she's reciting the words, but there's nothing that's occurring because of it.
Wait,
Halvar, you vaguely recognize the words as being you heard Lobelia as she was dying, or right before she was killed by Kylar. You heard her saying some words, and you recognize that these words sound very familiar to you. They sound very akin to what Lobelia was stating.
And
Go ahead
Tim
and
doing this? Hold on. What's Tim
go
doing?
ahead and voice that. Like, that's what Lobelia was saying outside.
Tim,
She
give me the
died.
bag. Tim, give me the bag.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give him the extra haversack.
How do I get the ring out of this thing? It was in my mini bag, but
It's just like your bag.
Yeah, you just
I
reach
don't have
in
one.
and you
Okay.
just reach in and think of what you're trying to pull out.
pretend. Okay.
It starts heating up in your hand.
God damn it!
Whoever has the ring that Lobelia was wearing, that ring also starts heating up in your hand.
I threw it back in.
Wait, is it like to the point where it hurts? Or can I,
Yes.
Does it?
and-
I mean, look.
And
There's look.
clumsy,
It's burned.
clumsy. As
Look.
you start, you notice this roguey type person reach into a bag, and then he pulls his hand out. His
Not a
hand
roguey
starts
type
to.
person.
Oh, I
He's
don't
a
have my
cop.
hat on. No, I don't have my hat on.
Oh,
anymore.
he's a cop. Yeah.
Oh.
So you see this roguey type person reach into a bag, surrounded by other guards. Very shady looking dude. Reaches into a backpack, pulls his hand out, and he's like, "Fuck! It's heating up again." And he shoves it back in the bag. During that short duration where he has the ring out, your hand, and you felt this just a moment ago as well, and then it just suddenly went away for no reason. But as he pulls the ring out, your hand starts to feel like it's burning. And then as soon as he puts the ring back into the bag, the burning stops. So you guys everybody except for Clumsy make a perception check.
11.
18.
Will somebody roll a d20 for me? I can go get my physical dice if I need to.
No, we're
Right.
good. What's your
Okay,
bonus,
so-
do you know?
I have a 9.
Okay, so Kylar and Celissa, you both notice that as the ring comes out of the bag,
I have no idea what I rolled.
You
rolled a
see this
15.
druidic person sitting in the chair starts to wince from pain and kind of grasp her hand. And you see that she is wearing a ring that is made out of wood, but it has kind of a fine silverish blue metal inlaid into the ring.
Holy shit! Did you guys? I'm gonna
Does
I'll
Becky
run up there and
notice the ring?
put my hand over her mouth.
She has the one from before. It's in her would be in her pocket. I'm looking for a reason to drop my bow.
Kylar,
All I'm
Kylar.
going to say.
Kylar,
I'm
offer
looking for
her
a
the
reason to drop
bag.
my bow.
Offer her the bag. and
She's
explain
saying
what's going on.
she's saying some weird shit, and you want me to give her our bag.
Hold
with
it
the
out
ring in
for her to tell her to put her ring in it, and it'll stop.
Put it in a different bag.
Different pouch.
Guys, you need to address Becky. She's very
What-
nervous right now.
Becky,
I want to
guard the door.
So address your
I
fellow
don't
player here.
trust her. I don't trust her.
I don't trust her either, man.
I mean,
Woman.
look, last time we helped a civilian, it was a high level demon, and we never
It's not a
got rid of it.
And it's guys, you got to remember also that Clumsy is completely new to RPG, so you guys got to help out by communicating to her in a way that she can actually respond and not just have to pipe up and chime in, because her character currently is under a directive. I'll phrase it that way. So you guys are going to have to help her, guide her into how to function in an RPG improv kind of world.
No, but Adam, does Becky notice the ring getting hot?
You didn't notice that she was wearing the ring.
No,
Yeah.
the one I had on me. Didn't I take?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my bow, pull out the ring, and go, "Holy fuck! Holy fuck! Holy fuck!"
And then it went away.
hold it up.
It went away as soon as Kylar put his ring back away. It was literally like 3 or 4 seconds of the ring heating up, and then it went away.
Okay,
Tim, do
she's
you have
back.
any idea what she's saying yet?
I know that it's not working right now.
I'm gonna kind of walk up. Miss, give me the ring, or I'll cut it off your hand.
Oh my god!
Do you understand what I'm telling you? Hello? You know what? Pull the dagger out, kind of put it to her neck a little bit. Can I have the ring now? It's okay. We'll put it in our special bag, and it's gonna go away for a long time.
No, you can't have my ring.
Oh, you do speak. Oh, good.
Oh, that was a crazy one.
Why can't we have your ring? Because you see the body over there? She had a ring. So,
It's special to me. It helps me communicate with my wolf.
and your wolf is where?
Stolen.
Oh, so okay, that's good. Okay, well, you need to stop saying whatever you're saying.
Yeah. Why are you chanting?
Whatever it is you're chanting, it doesn't like what it's doing to our other rings. Do you have any idea what your ring does besides talk to your little pet wolf?
Well, my wolf might be in the barn outside, but I'm not sure about that.
Did you guys check the barn?
Yeah.
Why would we check the
No.
barn?
I don't know. Figures we cover our bases.
That the dead bitch on the floor was commanding me to recite words, and she kept my wolf until I kept reciting them.
So you have no idea what these words are then?
Great, we got another like straggler
No.
we rescued.
Okay.
Some kind of spell, but I've never learned it before.
Okay. Well, give us the ring and we'll go get your wolf. How about
I'm
that?
not giving you my ring.
How about I kill your wolf and then you give me the ring?
How about I just kill you all because I can set you on fire?
No, you can't. We got Tim over here. He knows magic.
Yeah, I'm not giving you my ring. It's not happening.
Do you know what these rings
Why do
do?
you want it?
Because we don't want to blow up. Is basically what it comes down to.
I'm trying to think of a reason why Becky would just go randomly into this. It's just been I'm drawing a blank though.
I guess while Kylar's talking, I'm like, here's the situation. Unfortunately, your ring is connected with several others, and when they're in proximity to each other and a spell is triggered, they explode. And I'm pretty sure that's what she's had you chanting this whole time. So, if we take our ring out of this bag, yours will blow up and kill you. So that's kind of what we're trying to do is to
take your ring and leave. I don't know you people.
Adam. Let's say I follow.
Unfortunately,
Oh, sorry. Go on.
Unfortunately, our job here is to gather all of these rings and stop them from being used to assassinate someone.
We've actually been tracking all of these rings. Where exactly did you get yours?
I found it in a cave.
Funny you should say.
A cave, huh? I wonder if that could have been the same cave that Becky so willingly blew up.
So,
I
willingly
do that. That was necessary evil.
Well, the cave was a tomb with my grandmother's grave in it, and she left it for me.
Oh
there.
shit!
So it definitely wasn't the cave we destroyed.
Yeah. Tim, is there any way that you can try to help break her with the compulsion that keeps her doing this spell?
That's not really my specialty. Maybe Paler might be able to break through.
Yeah. Well,
How about this? You guys do that. I'm gonna go get the wolf.
I was about to say, can Becky follow Kyler's orders? Do a perception check, maybe. I see if we can hear the wolf. Or actually, I'll just follow Kyler if he's going to go over.
Celeste, do you happen to remember what this ring is believed to do?
It's wooden with blue.
Yeah.
Wooden with. Now that you're looking at it closer, it's wooden with electrum in the shape of kind of an electrum inlay in the shape of branches. It was not on your list.
Oh.
We have an electrum ring, which is spell storing, but we don't have a wooden one with electrum in it.
Do we have a wooden one on our list?
No, we have silver, electrum, obsidian, stark white bone, and bone obsidian.
So that's 5, right?
That's 5.
I don't remember. Did that original case have 6 slots? I want to say it had 6.
Apparently,
so yeah.
it did.
So this
Great.
is one that we've been
So we're
following.
gonna find another ring.
This is wooden.
This one may not have been
electrum.
collected. This one may not have been collected by the captain because he was trying to track all of them down. This one might have been one that was still out.
Okay. Well, I'm adding it to the list now.
Okay. Well,
So Miss, what's your name? Can we at least get a name?
I thought we were going get the wolf.
We haven't left yet. I need her name.
Becky wants to go find this wolf.
Don't
Capron?
kill the wolf.
Don't kill the wolf. I swear to God, Becky.
Look,
Becky,
it's a wolf.
don't blow up the
It's probably really cute. I want to pet the wolf.
I will insert you into a gargoyle.
I want to pet the wolf. Wolves are adorable. It's probably a little wolf pup.
Okay, so you're going out. So Becky's going out to the barn to try to find this wolf.
Oh Jesus! As soon as I see Becky go out the door, I'm gonna go after her. All right,
That's a smart move. I would probably got attacked.
Right, leave your arrows.
Why when the arrows? I'm gonna go pet a wolf.
Okay.
Puppy. wolf puppy
Good.
or wolf cub. Pup.
That
sounds
I
adorable.
wouldn't try
And-
to pet him.
And as we're
I
we're
didn't
leaving,
hear
I'm gonna
that.
yell back and be like, "Guys, try to figure this out. We'll be back."
We don't hear that.
So if you
We
didn't
don't
catch
hear
that,
that.
yeah, if you didn't catch that, Kylar, as you were leaving, she said, "I wouldn't try to pet him."
No, we didn't hear
He
that.
should.
So okay, so you guys
Go chasing
make your
after
way out
Becky.
to the. You guys are making your way out to the barn. Halavar, Tim, and Celissa, what are you guys doing?
Well, as I was thinking about the box, I just realized Anu probably had the box this whole time, right? I think Anu was the one carrying it.
I think so.
I'm gonna yell out the door. Don't pet the wolf.
So now I'm kind of consumed with the thought that we need to find that box because it may actually be the key to containing the power of these rings without setting them off.
Well, that'd be an interesting trial. We should be able to get that by going back to the Rogues Guild.
Yeah. So when we go back, that's kind of going to be my
Sounds
thought,
good.
and I'll be saying that out loud to everybody.
If right now our concern is we've got to get her to quit chanting the spell so we can have a regular conversation because broken spell chant in between the words.
Oh
is
no, you
really
killed that
weird.
woman. I stopped already.
Oh, you stopped whenever she died?
When she realized that the dead body on the floor was the one that was telling her
Oh, okay,
to-
cool.
Oh.
I missed that part. Never mind.
So you guys sent us on a death mission to go get some damn wolf.
No, we didn't send you anywhere. Becky
And
went
So
on
God
her
damn
own.
it.
And I
Remember?
think you guys
So
were
now
on that
that
way to get the
we
ring.
understand the situation. I guess I say so. I guess I explain what's going on and the fact that why she felt pain whenever we brought our ring out, and basically explain that while it is an heirloom, it could be used to set off an explosion. So we need to either talk about her being in some
We
sort
need
of
to neutralize it.
Yeah, we need to neutralize it. So
So we're supposed to find this wolf, right? Because I got a 3 in handle animal. I'll have you know.
Oh God.
That might be
Gotta-
enough.
I got a
He's gonna
19
get
in
his hand
ride.
bitten off.
Got a 19 in ride. I'm
She,
gonna ride.
do not
She.
misgender
Sorry.
me. Becky's a strong, empowered woman. She'll need no man.
Becky's gonna come back missing fingers.
So okay, so that's clumsy. Halavar's trying to convince you to give up the ring by telling you a little bit more about what it does and why. So I don't know if you caught what he
The
was saying
fact
there.
that
Sorry, I
you're in
was looking at
imminent danger at the moment because of this. There's a plot going on right now. They intend to use these rings to cause a gigantic explosion at the time of the shining, and your ring is one of them. Now, I'm not saying that you have to give it up, but I am saying that so long as you have it, you're going to be a target. People who are trying to do this are going to come and get that ring and use it. So it's something you need to know about. Because
How about I keep it and just
Looks like
come
someone
with you
found a
wherever
place to
you're
kick up
going.
their feet.
that
I told
possibly
you.
happen.
Another one.
So long as there's not 3 in active radius of each other, it should be fine.
Yeah, and we found that they don't have to be worn anymore, it seems.
Right.
Put them all
Although
in
now
that,
that
the
she's
bag,
not
though.
chanting, can we check and see if we
Hmm.
draw one of the rings out?
That's a good idea.
You can try it.
Kylar's
fortunately, our
not there.
bag
He went
walked
for the
away.
wolf.
Yeah,
Bag walked
Kyler
away.
walked away
Alright,
with
That was
the
a
bag.
really
So-
good plan, Tim.
But
So
Becky
we'll-
has
we'll
the
go
other
over-
one.
Yeah, both of the rings walked away actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Now
That's
that
right.
So-
you're safe, why
so
don't
we'll go on over
why don't we
to-
all go out? Now that you're safe, why don't we all go out and get your companion?
We better be way farther ahead.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so you guys are you guys get out to the barn.
Okay.
The doors are drawn tight.
Tim, do you want to go with them, or do you want to check around the house to try and find something that'll lead us to Rathcliffe quicker? It's not going to take all of us to go look at a wolf.
No, that's a good idea. I'll let everything else proceed first before we.
That's fine.
Do that.
I'm just saying, like, the two of us, we could stay and check the house.
Yep.
Okay, so real quick though, back out to Kylar and Becky. You guys get out to the barn. The doors do not appear to be locked. You can hear the horses inside are somewhat restless.
And the horses are in the barn?
Yeah, you hear there are horses in the barn, but you
Oh,
can
good.
definitely
I don't
hear
have
even
to
with
feed him tonight.
Okay.
with the doors.
Fuck.
even with the doors closed, you can hear that their horses are restless.
Becky, don't open the doors yet.
But Wolf,
I know. You want to stop? Let me
Can
at
you-
least try to pick
can
the
you
lock.
roll like a something? I'll see how persuasive you are.
Me? Oh, I'll persuade the shit out of you. Let's see.
That's a
Diplomacy.
little creepy. I mean, we work together, okay?
Yeah, whatever, Becky. Well, what would that be under?
Diplomacy.
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 Oh, damn it, that's not good.
Countered by a
All right,
sense
come on,
motive.
we're going for it. Oh, 15.
Nice.
Awful. My rolls are
Okay.
not good today.
So-
Bust out the dice.
What's
Becky's got to roll a
my-
sense motive.
Oh fuck yeah! This is.
Damn it!
So
Aw.
you are not persuaded.
I'm sorry. There's a cute wolf in there. I want to go be its best friend.
All right, after ladies first. After you.
Okay. Actually, can I do a have anything nature?
Also,
Can I roll a
what?
nature? Can I roll a nature check to see if I know anything about wolves? Actually,
Sure, go for it. Also, Ben, your camera is frozen for some reason.
Why am I not going in after my own pet?
They had a head start on everybody else leaving. They had left while everybody else was still talking to you and figuring out that.
Okay,
you were
yeah,
no
I know
longer-
that, but
Yeah.
why did they not think to send me in after my own pet?
'Cause you were babbling.
Becky is impulsive.
That's-
Okay, well, Becky's gonna get hurt if Becky doesn't.
we get a cleric. We'll be fine.
No.
She saved your life once, man.
So
Okay.
yeah, you the rest of you start coming out of the house, and you see that Kylar and Becky have already made their way over to the barn, and Becky appears to be getting ready to throw open the barn doors.
Well, what does a 14 nature tell me about wolves?
That unless they are, that for druids, if it's an actual animal companion and not something that she's just kind of trained, that it might not be aggressive unless you're aggressive towards it first. But if it's just a trained animal, you're not entirely sure because they can be aggressive, even as trained pets. So I mean, you know that wolves in general, if they're going to listen to anybody, are only going to listen to the person that trained them or that they're companioned to.
And
Damn it!
also,
I
it
don't
feels
carry
right.
food on me, so I can't offer. I'm gonna get low and be like, and kind of poke my head in and be like I want at least I want to try and look at it. Becky wants to see it.
Okay, so
Becky,
you open
don't stick your head in the door.
you
You
so
got
you-
low and stuck
too
your head in
late.
the door where it's perfect bite range.
too late. You opened the door, and you poke your head in, and you don't immediately see the wolf. You get a sense that it is like there's one of the horse pens stables. That is, you don't see a horse in it, and you hear kind of a very low growling and the sound of padded feet wandering around in hay in one of the open or one of the empty but closed stalls.
But I don't see it, right?
No, it is below the height of the wooden frame door.
Do I have a torch?
Becky, don't light the barn on fire. What are you doing?
I was gonna light it on fire.
Don't light anything on fire, please.
No,
We're trying to
Honestly-
stay low. You're gonna
You know
light
what?
a fire
You know what?
in the middle of the city.
I'm gonna do what Becky knows
Why
best.
are they
Do we-
lighting the fire?
do we-
I am not. Oh, wait,
Do we hear that?
Wait. I'm gonna
Let,
do what
let
Becky
Becky
knows
finish.
best,
I can't ever let Becky finish.
and I'm gonna set some bear traps.
Okay, so as tentative as you guys were being about getting the door open and getting inside, by the time you actually get inside, the rest of the group has caught up and gotten over to you. You
There's a
see
bear
with
trap.
that, you see that with them there is the druid. This is before you set up your bear trap. You see that the druid is with them. She's no longer reciting her spells. The spell thing that was chanting inside, she's no longer saying those words. And so, Clumsy, you walk up as these two well-armed and muscular people are very timidly trying to get into this barn, where you imagine your wolf is being held.
There's a bear trap. I'm just saying. You will have to disarm it.
Bear trap has not yet been set.
Damn it! I want someone to try to disarm my bear trap.
So, can you guys move out of the way so I can get my wolf, please?
After you? Do we see what the wolf looks like? Can you describe it? What's it doing?
Once she brings it out, I mean, you'll be able to see it.
Okay,
And
I want to
Okay.
ask: is the wolf fluffy?
Okay, so I'm gonna whistle at him, and he's gonna come out, kind of growling with his hair all floofed up because he's not happy. And his
Oh my god!
you see this big
This
burly.
is what we have to deal with.
You see this big burly town guard, male town guard, whimpering like a girl over this dog.
Thank
And
you,
the voice-
someone remembered.
And the voice sounds now slightly more effeminate, but it still looks like a big burly town guard dude.
Like picture like Gaston.
Yeah, along those lines.
So,
So yeah,
Becky's on
you're
Becky's on the
you
verge
open the
of
door.
tears right now. Okay.
So Clumsy with zero fears for your wolf. You know that that he's gonna be listening to you. You pull open the door and whistle, and out comes your big old wolf, hair fluffed up and growling. Just kind of walks over to you, and just leans against your leg, and just looking out at the rest of these people in the room with you. So you control the actions of both yourself and your wolf. So if you want to describe your wolf as doing something other than that, you're perfectly able to do so. But that's what the rest of you see is this wolf comes out of the stall, walks over and just kind of leans against this druidic person, but is still kind of staring out the rest of you warily.
Okay, so the wolf's name is Majora, and he is 200 pounds of pure muscle.
He looks pretty fluffy.
6 feet tall on his hind legs, all black with red eyes. And he is walking around all of you, sniffing you cautiously.
I cover my balls.
Can Becky reach out and try and pet? I'm gonna reach out and try and pet the wolf. Look at that, or
He
would I roll?
snaps at you.
I have a
And bark.
three-handle pet.
Becky, that's not your toy.
He doesn't trust people
So
Reno, we
cute.
lost your
or
camera.
creatures.
Oh, sorry.
I just want to be like
There we
Becky is very emotional right now with how cute this dog is to her.
But-
She's got her hand out like waiting. Like, come on.
He responds well to raw meat.
I don't have food on me.
Becky. Raw meat.
I don't keep food on me. It's not my thing.
Becky is raw meat.
Or the occasional kitten. Either one works.
Yo, not the cats.
Does anyone have any pastries?
I am going to take out a pastry and offer it to this dog, to the wolf.
Majora doesn't eat pastry.
Well, now that the
He just
weird elf and the wolf are here, Did she stop wanting to say the weird words that were making the rings want to explode everything?
Yes, that woman was telling me to recite them and she threatened to kill my wolf if I'd stop.
Well,
So you're
she wasn't
keeping the ring on you.
Do I get it back when you're done with it?
Sure.
Does it
Oh.
still work when they're done with it?
What do you mean work? So you know what they do?
Helps
What
me
does yours
communicate
do?
with animals.
So you're telling me that if I put on the ring, I can talk to your wolf?
No.
I'm gonna stop.
It only works with my bloodline.
So if you don't have the ring, you can't talk to your wolf.
You can. It just helps it make it easier.
Makes it easier. All right. We'll let you hang on to the ring, but we'll tell you this: if that thing starts heating the fuck up, it goes in the bag.
Okay, good. You're gonna let her keep it.
We'll see. But I'm keeping it.
I can run very fast, very far away.
Yeah. So just
I
as
kind
a
of look
reminder,
around.
Someone found a place
Go
to
ahead.
pick up their feet.
I was gonna say, just as a reminder, it is your guys' job to convince Clumsy to have her druid start working with you and not just wander off after you guys are done.
Becky is gonna
gotta
beg
find a way
you
to convince
guys.
her.
Clumsy needs to stay with us because his wolf is so fucking cute.
Do you still have your hat on?
Well, I think
Yeah.
also,
Jesus Christ.
I think Halavar partially convinced her as well, telling her that
Becky is
about the ring and how it's sought after.
So you know what the rings do, and you know
I'm just
why
here
we're.
for the free food.
Oh, so you're like a Becky? Damn it!
Do you eat pastries?
This is actually
What
very
kind
important. I don't
of
know,
pastry?
what kind do you want? I got many pastries.
I don't know. Last time we went all in and bought someone's cart.
I love pumpkin pastry.
We got a pumpkin pastry. Wonderful. I'm gonna give you a pumpkin pastry.
What'd you put in it?
Love.
I guess
Stop
I
it.
just,
Did you poison it?
go through and
This is
explain
the big
that.
burly guard again. Put
Yes.
love in the pastry.
I'm sorry. My character is not aware that I'm still a big brilliant card. So yes, look, this should be awkward. It probably is, but Becky does not realize this. Can they take my mask off?
I'm not gonna
I mean-
eat the pastry until you bite it first.
Okay, I'll have to take a bite of the pastry. No, I'm gonna have a
If
no.
you
No, I
invite
want a
Becky to
pastry.
eat.
I'm gonna eat
part
half of the
pastry.
pastry.
All right, so
So this big burly dude
point-
eats half of a pastry and then like offers you a pastry and then eats half of it.
Well, at least I know it's not poison now.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this
Alright.
point, I honestly think the best move would be, since this is a family heirloom, what we have to do is just get the rest of these rings, and then your ring is safe. So,
But now that Halavar, so we know that this ring does what the others do. So that means this is the 6th ring?
yes, it's the 6th ring. There were 6 slots in the box.
Where's the box? What happened to this
Anu
box?
has it. We need to go get it from her.
Okay. So we got to get this box. We got to. Do we know if the box will protect the rings, like you said?
No, I think Tim would like to test that. Though.
Wait,
Also,
what do these other rings do?
we don't exactly know yet, but we know that when their powers are combined,
Forms Captain
Yeah, I
Morag.
already know that part. That's okay.
they like to blow stuff up.
Rapid
So-
explosion.
Apparently, your ring lets you talk to your animals a bit better, and one of them can help us store magic, and I think one more can kind of help us in combat in a way, but we don't know what the other ones do or where they are. So we're still only halfway there. So if there's 3 missing, then someone can still blow up the city and kill the king. So yeah, we're trying. they're trying to blame it on us.
So with
and
my
then-
ring, I can communicate with my own animals just fine with or without it, but just like regular animals like that I haven't tamed, it helps me. It
Correct.
helps them trust me and helps me communicate with them.
Okay. Well, next step, we know that the one of the other ring holders is Reckliffe Haywood, and he is the person who owned this house was his mistress. So I think we should.
we got to find Radcliffe
Yeah,
because
just-
I have a feeling that he holds a ring,
Yeah, we need to
especially if
see if we can't find a lead on him.
especially if this deadbeat hot bottom had one. I mean, there's no way that Radcliffe doesn't know about them or doesn't have one himself.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how she got it. But Kyler, do you want to see about tossing the house?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ooh.
Tim and I are already working at that while you guys were playing around in the barn.
Okay.
Okay,
Clumsy,
so
do you
we'll-
feel like
Clumsy, you
tearing
feel
the
like
house apart?
feel like joining us and taking some revenge on this lady who decided to abduct you and your wolf here?
Clumsy can get down with some destruction.
Sweet.
Excellent. You're gonna
Like
fit in
it.
just fine.
So back over to Tim and Celissa, since you guys were ransacking the house, is that what you guys were doing this whole time?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for a study to see if there might be any notes or anything.
Yeah, at the far end of the library, or far end of the house, you find a pretty decent sized study actually. So what specific are you looking for? Anything specific, or are you looking just kind of general information, anything that might be of interest?
If there's a desk, I'm gonna be flipping through everything that's in the desk.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Not a perception. 8.
Yeah, you're not really finding anything right offhand.
So I am not gonna just rush through it. I don't feel like we have we do have a sense of urgency, but it's not gonna rush me through this.
Okay, so you're just gonna take your time.
Yeah.
Look through
So
all
you'd
of the
like to
different pages and
get-
everything.
Yeah, exactly.
10 or
I'll take
20.
a few minutes to
Okay.
look through everything
So-
on the desk.
So you're going through these documents and you find basically a suicide note that's been pre-drafted, a couple copies actually where it's been reworded a couple of times, where she talks about the whole why she decided to take part in this act. She's for all intents and purposes, she is a good, upstanding citizen. She's always, she's been kind to everybody. She pays her taxes. She's gone along with the system, but it goes into detail about her encounter with Paylor and how he came and lay with her and blessed her with a child, promising that it would be a blessing on the world, and it turned out to be this abomination that just oozed with evil. And so she's angry with Paylor, and the only way that she can think to strike back against Paylor was by taking out his servant, the king. And that's why she fell in with this group of people, as they all have similar grievances with Paylor, and none of them can think of any other way to get to Paylor himself, being a god, rather than attacking his most obedient and powerful servant.
Does it say anything about who brought them together?
Not really. It's mostly just kind of talking about her, and she hopes in earnest that the lives of no innocents are harmed. She only wishes to target the king, and it doesn't really go into more detail about who she's working with, just that she's extremely sorry if anybody other than the king is hurt by this act.
Okay.
But she feels that she has to go along with it.
We still don't know why she doesn't like us, right?
Say what?
So wait, does that explain why she didn't? That doesn't explain why she didn't like us.
She never didn't not like us. Her gargoyles became alert, and then she, I think, took the offensive.
Meta, when Kylar and Ren were here earlier, she used her ring, which grants her invisibility, and she was following them down the gravel path, listening in on their conversation. So she knew that they were not who they said they were.
I want that ring. Thanks.
You already have that ring.
They don't. I do.
Oh no,
Becky has.
Becky
that ring.
does.
Becky has. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the
Yeah.
shaman's ring.
You don't know that.
So that takes a little bit for you to do. So, Alyssa, what are you looking around for? Are you just kind of doing the same thing, taking your time looking through stuff? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You spend a couple of minutes and you come across some paperwork that seems to be layouts of different areas. The town bazaar is one of the areas. The inner workings or the inner area of the Temple of Pelor is an area. The airship dockyards is another area. And how it's laid out is it's drawn out measurements and marked specific points of where, as you're looking at it and knowing the information you know about the rings and the distances apart from everybody that they need to be, you are able to discern that these are possible different targets for when the king might be in different areas, and how far away everybody would need to be for the rings to focus center point on where the king will likely be standing in those areas at a given point in time.
So basically, someone is trying to track the king's movements and may have already placed the rings in an area that he may or may not be. That's what it sounds like to me.
It just looks like potential target areas.
Potential target locations.
Yeah. So
because
you guys are
those
finding
rings
that.
are going off.
The rest of you get back into the house. Tim and Celissa are seemingly nowhere to be found. It looks like you hearing them rustle around through things, it sounds like they might be back towards the far end of the house. So it's a matter of how you guys want to go around that information. What sort of, you guys were talking, you promised this druid destruction of this woman's house to find out some information. So how are you guys going to proceed in that endeavor?
Well,
Everything's better with fire.
Damn.
I'm going to go look through bedrooms.
Okay, just going to go rifling through bedrooms.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna go to this back door and see if it just led to something else, because it was locked pretty tight.
It leads to the same room that the
It
druid was
does.
sitting
Okay.
in. Yeah, it's another
that's
exit
pretty
from that same
convenient.
room. Yeah.
I'm gonna. What do I have? I want to.
So we're looting the house before we destroy it?
We
Yes.
always loot and then we destroy. Who doesn't like free stuff?
Becky's
Okay,
actually.
so, and then so Clumsy, are you basically just at this point looking around for the best place to start a fire in the house?
Oh God.
Clumsy's gonna check the basement for gunpowder. Or are there guns in this?
Okay. There aren't really guns in the society, but there's gunpowder for cannons. They haven't really gotten to the point of
Okay.
developing the smaller firearms yet.
Clumsy's gonna check the basement for gunpowder.
Okay, so you get down to the basement, you're looking around. You don't find any barrels or casks or anything like that looks that's labeled as gunpowder. You do find a couple that they have a symbol stamped on them to denote that they are explosive in nature. But you can't really tell what's in them. It's not gunpowder. If you kind of try to shift the barrel around, it's extremely heavy. But you hear, it's not like a fast sloshing sound, but like you definitely hear like some sort of liquid just kind of slowly moving around inside the barrel. But it is significantly heavy. You don't think you'd be able to pull it out of the basement on your own. Halavar, sorry, you head into what you presume to be her bedroom. It's the biggest kind of suite room. The only thing really of note that you find in there is that there are several days worth of men's clothes in the room as well. Probably like a week and a half to 2 weeks worth of clothes hanging out in her room, kind of hung up in the wardrobe. You, from seeing him previously on a couple of occasions, presume these to be Rathcliffe's clothing.
Okay. I'm going to find the nicest set and swipe them.
Okay. Easily done. Becky, what are you up to?
I'm still a dude, which is. Do I hear or I saw where Clumsy went, right?
Yes.
Did I overhear anything about gunpowder, explosives?
Clumsy, would you have mumbled that under your breath, or would you have just gone searching for it?
No, I mumbled it.
Make a perception check, Becky.
Well, I actually got a pretty funny excuse that I hope I fail this perception check. Yeah, let me do that.
Come here.
You definitely heard her mumble the words, gunpowder, blow this thing to hell.
Okay, I'll say this. I'll say this one for later then. That makes me very excited. I'm gonna scurry after her.
Okay, so you head down into the basement, Clumsy, to find your gunpowder. I imagine wolf in tow.
Always.
Always, okay. So yeah, you head down into the basement and you're looking around, and then a couple minutes later, the big burly town guard looking guy comes stumbling down the stairs after you, and starts looking around as well.
Hey.
You see... Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was going to say, Becky, you see the druid is kind of paying attention to a very specific barrel.
Yeah, I'm like come over. I'm like crouch right next to him, and be like really happy and giddy. Like, are we gonna blow this bitch up?
You immediately recognize this as one of the barrels that you guys brought out of the cave system that has the thicker tar-like flammable substance in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hands on it in pure joy, because if this is here, probably gonna find the other liquid. I want to explain to her that the other liquid is really explosive. Like, we need to find if it's any more of this stuff. I want to start frantically searching now for the other, if there's another container for liquid.
You start looking around. That's the only one that you find here, is the one with the thicker, more viscous.
I'm gonna go run up the stairs and check the other rooms, see if anyone else has found anything like this. Because
Nope. Nowhere else in the house do you find any of the other barrels that you guys found in the cave system. So, Clumsy, you've located a barrel that is denoted as being flammable contents.
I would have explained to her what it was.
Yeah. So, but she wasn't there, so you need to explain to her what it was. She wasn't there with you guys.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so way back, we found this cave system. We found a couple barrels, containers. One was of a highly flammable liquid, which I used to several great successes to blow up literally all of the things by shooting a flaming arrow with a sticky tar shit, which was really, really useful. So, yeah, this stuff makes up burn for a long, long time. I don't know what you're gonna do with the information, but I mean, if you stick it to something, it will burn.
I think her knowing that this is meta. This is where we start making our new characters.
So, does it burn on its own, or do you have to
No, you just light on fire and that shit will not go out.
Basically, it's the difference
for
between...
how long?
It's the difference between like just a high concentrated explosive, like if you did like a kerosene or a gasoline bomb, versus this stuff being more like napalm. It will just burn for a very long time and burn extremely hot.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So a little bit goes a very long way.
You can spread it around and it'll get the job done. So I don't know what you're gonna do with this, but like I'll end up in a random room somewhere, bugging someone else, babbling about explosives.
So Kylar, what are you doing all this time while everybody else is rifling through the rooms?
Well, at this point, so Halvar, Tim, and Celissa are already ransacking everything.
Yep.
I'm going to, let's see. I wanted to try to roll.
They seem to be looking for information, though. If you're just looking to loot,
oh no, I'm looking for gold. I'm looking for goods. I'm not looking for information. They can find all the information they want.
Are you basically just going to be spending your entire time going through looking for valuables?
Essentially, or magic items, but I don't think. Let's see. Use magic device won't detect anything, right?
It will not.
No. But I did have detect magic on walking through the door.
Was it still active at that point?
Oh, I just activated it when I went to the door. We didn't want to get caught with traps on the door.
I missed that. So sorry. Yes, I missed that. So yeah, there's a decorative shield. It appears to be a decorative shield on the wall, but you notice that it is magical in nature. There's a couple of other small magical trinkets lying around the room, or around the house. A lot of them appear to be probably just, cosmetic things along those lines. You do see some bottles, or some containers that you note have some sort of a magical liquid in them. You haven't determined what that is as of yet. But you find four bottles that have magical liquids in them. And you see a cloak that also is magical. As you're going through the house, you note these things on your inventory, or on your mental inventory.
Mm-hmm. And I have no way of seeing those things, obviously, right? Only Tim can see those.
Correct, yeah.
2 seconds.
Okay. I'm going to I'm gonna roll a perception check. So I'm gonna be looking around the room and actually looking for minor traps.
Yeah, I mean, you're not finding any traps inside the house.
There's nothing that's booby trapped, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're once you're into the house, it seems like there's nothing really in place in the house to keep you from doing or taking whatever you want to take. So
okay. I'm definitely ransacking anything that looks valuable and or that looks like a decent weapon.
Okay. You, as you're taking your time going through this house, you find about 300 platinum. As platinum. You find another 2,283 gold. You find several sapphires, we'll say 5. 2 rubies, 2 diamonds, and then a couple of other smaller gems that you know to be really kind of worthless. They look flashy, but they're not really worth anything.
Okay.
Like cubic zirconium kind of stuff. And those are the most valuable things that you find in the house.
Okay. Besides, seeing some of the ornate shielding on the wall.
Yeah, you see some ornate decorations and things along those lines.
Okay.
You don't have any.
And I don't think anything of them. Yeah. Okay. At this point, I'm gonna go touch base. I'm gonna kind of look around the room and where's the crazy elf lady and Becky, guys? Yeah.
That is an excellent question.
Last we knew, they were with you.
With me.
Adam,
Tim and I have been in here.
do you care which room I end up in?
I don't. Hold on, Clumsy's not able to hear us currently.
Okay.
Well, it's not whatever room Kylar's in.
Knowing Becky, I would check the kitchen.
I'm gonna say I'm with Halvar.
Okay.
Is Halvar by himself?
Yep.
Perfect. I'm with Halvar. But you should be worried about what's going on with the other people in your party. If Adam can play some music, he needs to play some Talking Heads. Wink, wink.
Okay, yeah, that was weird. Her stream lost our audio for some reason. But yeah, sorry. Yes, you can be kind of wherever in the house you want to at this point, Becky.
Yeah, I'm with Halvar.
Okay, just kind of roaming around looking at things, looking for stuff.
I'm looking for more of that explosive liquid.
Okay, I mean you're not finding any more of that in the house at all.
Well, this is what Becky's concerned with.
Okay, at
She's
this point,
she's
you know, after searching the bedroom and taking the stuff, meeting up with Becky, I decide that I'm going to go and talk with Tim and see if he's found anything magical that wants taken down off walls or...
Follow Halvar.
I'll kind of look around. Guys, where is the elf with the ring and the wolf?
I have no idea.
Anybody? Who do I see that's immediately in front of me? Adam, I would assume that the house isn't that big.
I mean, depends on where you were. As you were roaming around, you probably made your way slowly back towards the room where Tim and Celissa were.
So only I know where she is, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I don't really have anything to track. I'll go up to Celissa. Celissa, where's the elf?
She was with you.
Shit.
I mean, at this point, Becky and Halvar are probably in the same general area, so Becky would hear that question.
Becky, Halvard, where's the elf?
We found some of that tar stuff. And the elf was like very inquisitive about it, asking about how it worked, but it's down in the basement.
And you
stuff.
left her there by herself.
I gotta find the explosive part.
Oh Jesus.
Okay, as soon as I hear the words explosive, I immediately ask Tim where all the magic is in the building so that we can steal it before it's gone.
I just said the fiery part, not explosive part. Okay, I mean you can
Paladin,
focus on that.
I'm
not
gonna go
stealing.
ahead and...
You mean commandeering for the church?
Indeed.
Right?
Yes. Yes, tithing.
Well,
Tithing without choice.
Tithing.
You know, I'm not opposed to giving it to the Thieves Guild for the help they've given us either. Just
I'm not either.
if we're saying church, I'm just
Tithing for better purposes.
What's it called? The government takes land from people.
Eminent domain.
Eminent domain.
We're gonna apply eminent domain. It's like house of crime. It's not property of the government.
Actually, what do they call that when the cops just seize your stuff? Like if you've got loose cash in the car and they just take it.
This is all evidence.
Can't remember what.
Yeah, but there's a word for it.
Yeah, they call it pennies from heaven.
Is it not eminent domain or?
No.
that's only land.
That's land specifically. I forget what it's called.
Well, we own
so-
the house now.
So
Are the
Becky,
bottles
you-
in the study?
I'm gonna
Okay, so-
imply that I left something very dangerous with this new person. So you guys can do with the information what you will.
Yeah, that's
Please
the other
be
thing
burning
that
on
you
this
missed, Lindsay.
house.
They explain. Becky explained to the rest of the party that you were downstairs with explosives, trying to figure out what to do. So at this point, you've been down there by yourself for a while. Like the big burly town's guardsman got just stupid giddy over this barrel of flammable material, and then ran back upstairs. And you've been down here by yourself for a while. So what are you choosing to do with the knowledge that he's given you? That you basically have a giant, like we're talking a large cask, like you would see at a winery, full of this napalm type of explosive or firing material.
Is it resealable?
It appears to be like how the old wine casks and stuff were, like the lid was just kind of pounded into place and then nailed in from the sides, and it looks like that's how it is currently. So you could probably take the lid off and then seal it back up.
Okay, well, probably don't need all of it to burn down this house. So I've been just breaking up old furniture and stacking it in piles. And I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of this on top of it.
Okay.
When we're ready to leave.
Oh, okay. You said
So-
fire.
And then I also
Thank
found
you
an
for
old
saying that.
wagon down here, so I need someone to come down here and help me load the rest of it onto a wagon so we can save it for later.
You should burn
It's like
the
you
house.
found a soulmate.
So is anybody else going down to the basement to check on the elf?
I'm running around
Well-
to try to find her.
Okay, so you notice Kylar as you're going through the house trying to find.
Kylar.
So Kylar and Celissa, as you're running through the house trying to figure out, where the druid has gone, and Becky gave you an indication that she was down in the basement, kind of getting a little bit excited about the prospect of this giant barrel full of explosives.
Looks like someone found a place to kick up their feet.
You happen to notice as you're going down a hallway near the stairs down to the basement, there was a chair there a minute ago, a nice ornate wooden chair right next to this door, like just a sitting chair, and it's not there anymore. And you get down into the basement and you notice that there are a lot of things that were upstairs have randomly somehow gotten down here and broken into pieces and scattered around the room and in a pile. And now they appear to be covered with a thick black goop that you are all too familiar with. As the druid walks around the room, ladling this napalm substance onto the different things around the basement.
Very
Hey, whoa! I know.
Little bit
we
clumsily.
said we were gonna have some revenge on this lady, but can you not burn the house down with us in it? I mean, I'm still trying to loot the place.
Oh no,
you know?
no. You can finish looting. Just let me know when you're done.
Okay, 'cause I will help you light it. I'm all about it.
Right, no problem.
Just want to make sure we get everything we need out of this place.
Go for it.
Paul, your
Sound
microphone
good?
is freaking out.
Is it?
The hoodie.
Yeah, like when you were talking, it was just like making this weird squeaking noise.
Can you hear me a little bit better?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
we could hear you. It was just making a weird squeaking noise thing. It's fine now
Oh.
that you moved the microphone.
Okay, maybe it was just rubbing up on my cheek.
Maybe. On your manly face hair.
Yes.
So she explains to you that it's for when you guys leave, and she wants help carrying the rest of it up and out of the basement.
Oh, jeez. My work is going to be cut out for me with this crew.
Yes, it is.
Majora can help though.
Okay, is Majora a guy or a girl?
Majora can help blow up the house.
Male. No, he can help carry the barrel out of the house.
Okay, I was
Can pu-
going to be even more concerned.
Yeah. You can like push it up the stairs. It's a big wolf. It's one of the largest wolves you've ever seen.
He's
Without being-
200 pounds.
That sounds adorable.
Yeah,
wolf.
without being a dire wolf, it's one of the largest wolves you've ever seen.
His
Right.
paws. He's basically the size of a bear. Let's just put it that way.
So while they were gone, Tim, did you walk me around the house and point out the glowy stuff?
Yeah, so as soon as Kylar got worried and started running off to the basement, I started walking around the room, grabbing the 4 bottles and throwing them in my pack.
Just throwing them
Where's the... Yeah, well, I mean, it's a haversack, so I'll be placing them in.
Okay.
The cloak and the shield, where are those located?
The cloak and the shield were actually hung next to each other on one of the walls in the hallway, just hung decoratively.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and point to the shield for Halavar to grab, and I'll grab the cloak as we pass by it.
Okay.
I get down, yeah.
And then just, I guess as another comment, I wonder if the elf happened to see Rathcliffe. Maybe she might know when he might be coming back here. It might be a good idea to stake out the place for a little while. I don't know.
Might be worth asking.
Okay, you guys are gonna have to probably describe Rathcliffe to her. She may know
I can
the
do
name,
that.
but
Do we all meet back up?
yeah, I mean they finished up. I don't know what's Kylar doing at this point. Is Kylar helping?
At this
druid?
point, no. At this point, I'm trying to. Okay, I still don't know your name, but after you're done, let's both go upstairs, and we'll figure out where everyone else is at, and then we'll burn this house down. Sound good?
Let's try not to blow ourselves up today.
Correct. I still don't think she has told us her name, so I'm just gonna go with Elf. So are you done with all of what you're doing over there?
Just about.
All right, let's head back upstairs and see where everybody else is at, and we'll let you do the honors and light the place on fire afterwards.
The funny thing is,
Okay,
meta-wise, meta-wise, Paul, she did tell you her character's name, but I think you legitimately mistook what she said as a statement of her physical nature rather than her name.
Oh, I can see that.
Because she said literally, "I'm clumsy."
Yes.
Well,
yes,
that's
you
what
are.
everybody calls
That's
me.
okay.
And so are we all there? Halvar and Becky too.
Halavar was going around collecting stuff with Tim. Celissa was finishing finding the notes and stuff like that. So, but yeah. So Halavar, if you wanna locate them now that you've collected the stuff and go ask her about Rathcliffe, then you can certainly do that.
Yes, I walk back up as they're getting things. They're coming out of the basement. I'm like, so one of the people that we're looking for was the owner of the house was his mistress. While you were captive, did you happen to overhear any conversations between her and another man, where he might be, whether he was coming back at a certain time?
What did this man look like?
I immediately shift form into Rathcliffe.
Good man.
Just like this.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do like my liquor, but I think I might have seen that man in a bar a couple nights ago, or in a pub.
Okay. Did he say anything? Did you overhear any conversation?
It was pretty loud in there, and I was pretty drunk.
Okay. Do you know which tavern you were in?
I've been to a lot of taverns.
Okay. Do you know which district of the city you were in?
You're asking her questions that she has no information about to go off of at all.
I'm sort of hoping that someone will supply it to her.
Adam.
Adam.
We're texting some information back and forth.
I think I overheard him talk about going to some temple.
Excellent.
Talk to someone.
Of course.
That sounds like an awesome plan.
That's
talking to Myrtle.
Yeah, so that's probably not the place we want to go right away.
Sounds fun. Sounded really fun.
Not to mention that's where all the guards will be.
That's where all of the guards will be. So Lissa, are you sharing any of your information that you found with the party?
I have maps. I was busy not getting blown up. That was important to me. I'd share the maps when we got to a non-blowing up location. However, there happen to be some maps here that were in the study as well.
Okay.
Excellent.
We'll definitely have to check them out once we get back to the Thieves Guild.
Like I said, I like to go over them with more detail when we're not in a potentially explosive situation.
I go ahead and shift back to my city guard.
I wish you would not have done that. Well, I'm going to do this anyway. So I'm going to look to both Celissa and Clumsy and be like, I am so glad we got more girls in this party. It was such a sausage fest.
Wow, Becky.
Becky, are you still in the guards form?
Yes, he still looks like a dude.
Just double checking.
So I want to like grab both of you like one like more girls, yay.
How does your wolf react to this big guard guy coming up and just trying to wrap his arm around you?
He's not very happy, and he attacks.
Like attacks or snaps?
He
That's fine. If he attacks, it's fine. We'll roll.
Semi gently pulls him away from me and knocks him to the ground and stands over him growling.
All right, Becky, make a. It's gonna be versus your. What's your CMD?
I want to see where this goes. 24.
Okay, so yes, the wolf manages to basically kind of pounce you and knock you to the ground, basically a grapple maneuver. Shoves you to the ground and then it just kind of backs up a little bit and just standing over you, kind of growling, like you get the hint that it's a stay away from my master, don't attack her kind of thing.
The wolf has better grappling moves than you do, Becky.
Oh, shots fired.
It was more like a trip attack.
Are you going to take some wrestling advice from the wolf?
I'm in love. This is a giant fluffy wolf.
So yeah, Becky right now is in her happy spot because he found a wolf that wrestles people and another female that wants to blow stuff up.
Oh my god.
So
the rest of this party is screwed. I'm sorry, guys.
Becky's in her happy place. I'm actually going to take a very... Hold on. I'm actually going to take a very short break because I've got to go do real life things for just a second. Talk amongst yourselves. No, not that. But talk amongst yourselves, or if you guys all want to take a quick break as well, I can throw up the BRB screen real fast. I should literally be very quick, but if you guys want to make Clumsy feel comfortable and give her a reason to hang around with us, that would be great.
I'll be able to hear you guys, but I'm gonna shut my camera off for a second.
Okay. BRB then.
I'm actually thinking about running to the store.
Oh.
Wow.
So I will be back shortly.
So, do you play any other video games?
I've been playing Destiny 2, and it's not too bad. How about you guys? Playing anything recently?
ACO.
How's that?
What is ACO?
Assassin's Creed Origins.
I'm skeptical with any Assassin's Creed stuff now.
It is way better than Unity, in my opinion.
I don't think I ever dove into Unity though.
Okay. It's like it honestly brings the best parts of 2 and 3 together as far as the mechanics. The story
should be back in like 2 seconds.
The story is really good, but it doesn't have exactly the same Assassin's Creed feel, but that's because it's supposed to be the origin story, you know?
Right.
So that's a little bit like, I don't know. That was one of my favorite parts of the second one, was tracking down the artifacts and stuff. The combat mechanics are much more RPG-like. You're not as overpowered as in past games where you could just parry anything and then just kill everyone all the time.
Right, just one-shot everything.
Yeah, I do miss using the hidden blade for like combat purposes. That used to be my favorite way. I'd run around unarmed and just parry and then hidden blade everybody.
Is that not a thing anymore?
You do still use it, but it's really just for like surprise round.
It's kind of unfortunate, but it seems like it might be decent. But I don't have a lot of faith in Ubisoft anymore.
I mean, it might be different if I was running around unarmed unarmed.
Yeah.
I haven't really tried that too much, mainly because like the weapons kind of have a level up system. So you're always like upgrading your weapon and stuff. And I just haven't messed with the unarmed yet. But the story is a lot of fun. It's actually a really good story, really good acting as far as the voices and everything. And it looks really beautiful. So,
are you playing on PC?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so I am back. It's fine, Clumsy. If you still need a moment, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna
Lavar just ran to the store.
What? To the store?
That's what we said. Yeah. I don't know what that means.
I was like literally 40 seconds.
Yeah, she had to turn off her camera, and then she said 2 minutes, something like that.
No worries. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do, since I haven't done it yet tonight, and we're closing in on about an hour left. I posted the thing in the chat a moment ago, but I am doing a giveaway at the end of our stream tonight for a set of dice. I'm gonna make the screen big so people can actually see these dice. Hold on one second. This one. So I'm doing a giveaway for these dice. They're forest dice from Q Workshop. So
Can I enter the giveaway?
You can. The giveaway is open to anyone who is a follower of the channel and has at least 20 of the gold of the channel currency, which is gold. So if you're a follower and you do an exclamation point gold, you can see how much gold you've got in the channel. I think us being live for about another hour might give us.
might give 16.
Siege the castle.
Siege the castle, yeah, go for it. So yeah, that's another thing. You can do some of the games and stuff that we've got to try to build up some gold as well. I'm gonna go ahead and start a castle. That
You just reminded me I'm gonna make song requests cost currency in my stream because I keep getting trolls.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely I would definitely do that. But yeah, so if you're a follower of the channel, and anybody that follows within the next 20 minutes, I will go ahead and bump you up to 20 gold as long as you're here throughout the rest of the night, so you can participate in the giveaway.
Nice.
The main reason of doing the 20 gold is I didn't want people coming in at 11:59 hitting the follow button just so they could get in on the giveaway. I want it to be for people that are actually going to be hanging out with the channel and be part of the community in the stream. So anybody that is already a follower of the channel and has been hanging out with us tonight, or that follows within the next 20 minutes, so if you follow by 11:20 Pacific time, I will go ahead and bump you up to the 20 gold that you need to enter the giveaway that we're doing at the end of the stream. And as long as you're a US, Mexico, or Canada resident, because shipping outside of those places for a set of dice would be ridiculous. It would cost more than the dice. You can enter in the giveaway, and I will send them to you if you win. So just wanted to get that in there if you would like to participate in that, and you're enjoying the channel. I don't want you to just sign up because of the giveaway, but if you're enjoying the streams and that sort of stuff, and you think you might want to come back, go ahead and hit follow and get in on that giveaway at the end of the night. That said, my tablet's freaking out. That said, what transpired while I was away? Did you guys convince Clumsy's character of anything, or were you guys just mostly talking about games?
Oh, my bad. I had to step away for a second.
Okay, that's right. You were gone as well. Jesse apparently ran to the store. I don't know what he means by that.
I don't know where his store is.
And that's what, 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, like
It's 1 a.m. here.
Okay,
I was hoping that by the
Probably
store
trying
he
to
meant
get a
like
beer before
his
they
fridge.
can't sell it anymore.
Mhm.
So, what do I do in the tabletop simulator?
Right now we haven't really been using it much tonight. It's mostly for when we do combat stuff, which I wasn't sure if we were going to get into any of that stuff tonight.
Okay.
But it's more for like you would look at your character sheet for information. You would make rolls with the dice to determine if the things that you're doing are actually,
Moving the figs
Successful.
around.
yeah. So,
Okay. All right.
yeah, just moving the figs around. We haven't used it a whole lot tonight. If you have some time, maybe this weekend, I'm not sure what this weekend is looking like, but if you have some time this weekend or sometime next week or whatever, we can do kind of a crash course to show you what all the different things are, go over how your spells work and how attacking things works.
Yeah,
just so you
I mean,
have
I'm not-
an idea for that sort of stuff.
I'm not doing shit this weekend.
So we can look at that, go over, you know, how the stuff works and how the actual gameplay works. Tonight has mostly just been kind of roleplay and improv heavy, which happens sometimes. That's one thing that happens a lot in D&D, is you get a lot of that back and forth of like, okay, what's your character doing, all that sort of jazz. So, figure out, is the... Clumsy, do you know, for Ankbot, I never do like a command to give currency, I always just modify it manually. Is it just like
I was trying to
give,
figure that out right now.
give, gold? Monkey breath, do an exclamation point gold.
I don't
for
know
me
how to
if you
do
don't mind.
anything. I was gonna ask you how to make a command to give currency to people.
I'm just gonna call you Patton or M48, whichever you prefer. Friday nights.
call
are
him
our D&D
General.
nights. General, that works. Okay. General Patton, got it. Yeah, we do D&D every Friday night. Our Pathfinder game is Friday nights. Tuesdays, I usually do my prep work for Dungeons and Dragons. And Thursdays, I usually do some sort of crafting stuff, but my area is a total disaster zone wreck right now because I'm reorganizing my office space. So I haven't been doing that. I've been doing some gaming stuff lately, but Friday nights are our Pathfinder night. Pretty much every Friday night we do our Pathfinder game. Ben, you're in the chat. Do an exclamation point gold. I just want to check something.
I think I have enough gold.
I don't think that actually did anything, but do gold again, Ben.
There you go. I assume that worked. I don't know.
Well, I need Ben to do gold again to see what his goal
I
is
gotta
at.
wait. It was identical to the previous message.
Gotcha.
There.
So it did not. So yeah, I have to figure out the command for it. So I'll just manually modify you guys to give you guys the currency.
I think I found it. Hold on, I'll message it to you.
Yeah, because that'll make it a lot easier to bump people up. Since we're still waiting on Jesse to get back a little bit anyway. skills. Oh, it would be... How would I need to modify that?
That's supposed to be the response.
Okay, so we would just make then a...
And then the command is just supposed to be exclamation point give, and then yeah.
Make sure that you set that to mod only. Let's try that. Let's say give. So then I would set Mako 64 20. Gold to Mako. Okay, so that works. Except I think it... Oh. Okay, just wanted to make sure it wasn't, because it looked like it jumped it up a lot higher than that.
Wait,
yeah,
so how do you do it?
So you just make a new command, and then for the command, and call it exclamation point give, and then you just do exclamation point give space username space the amount of gold you want to give them.
Okay.
Or whatever the yeah, it'll just count it as your currency. Other way around. You gotta do the gold, or the username first, and then the... Yeah, you want to do give username, and then the currency. No TPK to Night Sheds there, I don't think.
I keep fucking up. I can't do anything right now. I'm high.
Oh.
There is currently a house that is rigged for explosion that we're standing in, though, so TPK is not totally out of the question this evening.
Oh, that's true. Did you just copy the? Did you just copy the code exactly as it was, Clumsy? Or did you replace the user with your username?
No, I didn't replace the username.
That's weird.
I fixed it.
There you go. Now you've got it. But yes, so this is the longest beer run ever.
Poor Jesse.
beer run.
Alright,
It's a 1 a.m. beer run, too, which is even more weird.
Give.
We go without him. We know what he'd do.
Yeah. Okay, so where did we leave off?
Halabar was just asking if Clumsy knew Rathcliffe, and she was telling us about the tavern and
yeah, we're basically trying to
temple.
find out where she
when-
may had seen Rathcliffe.
and then Celissa told everybody about the maps, and that was it. I think.
He's back.
And we're trying to. I think Tim and Halavar had gone through and taken the magical items from
Yep.
the house,
Mm-hmm.
just so we have that on record. Make sure that we know that we had taken all that stuff.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you guys have basically at this point collected all of the loot that you deem to be valuable, including the magical items that Tim was able to discern. You've found documentation, and you've done a pretty thorough sweep of the office and everything. You're not really finding any additional information.
Okay. I think we probably ought to head back to the Thieves Guild.
Oh, he's being so friendly.
He's trying to play with the mic.
Oh.
With the exception, of course, of Angel, who can't get in. Should have took the tattoo.
I can with
Kylar can
Kylar's
get her in.
assistance.
Oh, okay.
Kylar can get other people in. Because he
Can't
has
play
a
with the mic.
functional
We
Really kidding.
he has a functional tattoo, not just a brand.
we probably should also let the Thieves Guild vet Clumsy. I think they might not take kindly to us just bringing someone we just met.
It'll be fine.
And
Don't
her
worry about
giant wolfen.
And her giant wolf. Yeah.
That too, yeah.
Getting all 40K.
So I mean, yeah. So I mean, it's up to you guys.
We
Your
got
new
to
druid
rescue
friend.
Anu.
Anu has been rescued. She was brought to the
Well,
thieves guild before
we
you guys
gotta
left.
go find Anu because for the box, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So screw it. I trust her. She's got a cute wolf. I see nothing wrong. Let's just bring her over. The problem is I'm trying to like meta out. I want to figure out how I can make Becky figure out she has an invisible ring. She has like the one ring.
Well, I mean, if you want to say meta info, but like I had put on the other ring and nothing had happened to it. So
Oh darn.
I don't know if it's, the same for each ring, and like, each wearer has to actually know how to use it. Like we have Clumsy here, whose ring was handed to her probably by her like deceased grandmother, I think she said. And something like that is like, well, do we do we know how to use the rings? Does she even know how to use the ring? So I would say
do
at
have
this
points to
point,
use magic device, but I'll wait for a later time and date.
yeah, that I don't know. But as far as kind of moving forward, I would say, well, Clumsy, here's the deal. After we burn the house, you're still probably going to have some enemies around here because Hot Bottom didn't act alone. And that's who this Rathcliffe guy is. So I think it would be in your best interest and ours to kind of just stick with us and see this through. What do you say?
Okay, I guess so.
If nothing else, to prevent people from coming and trying to take your ring from you again. So
There's that.
If they know you're an arsonist and you're going to set them on fire if they try to take your stuff, maybe they'll leave you alone.
We're just sending a message.
right.
It's all about the message, boys and girls, ladies.
Well, do we
yeah,
want to
let's-
Kylar, you want to lead us back to an entrance?
Yep. Are we done here, guys?
I think so.
Tim, I think you and Halavar took care of all of our loot.
Yeah, all the magic items that we noticed. I guess we could do a once over once more. Just maybe
No,
also
we
look.
don't. Let's burn it down. I got some
Halavar,
talking
just-
heads playing.
Oh, never mind. We're in a different place.
You
Never
guys at
mind.
this point have
We're
pretty
in
much
the
all
mistress's house.
Yes. So, real quick, Clumsy, it's going to be exclamation point giveaway 1 to enter the giveaway for the dice. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the moral question. What are you going to do about the horses in the barn? Not technically super close to the house, but Ashes could carry.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm sure the Thieves Guild could always use horses.
Do we really need the horses though? Because Majora is still hungry.
Are we going to sit around and wait for Majora to eat?
I was just talking about eating the horses.
Yeah, I know, but
I think
we're kind of
we
planning on
need to.
blowing up a house, and I don't
Yeah,
think that we want to sit and
we
wait
we
for
need
a
to get
wolf
out of
to
here, guys.
digest a horse.
We don't know who might be coming through, and if Rathcliffe comes back and he's gonna have support, we need to go see the Thieves Guild. So let's light the sucker up and
I agree.
get rid of all the evidence and just burn the bond out of here. Let's get out of here.
I'm
We've
not
overstayed
against
our
feeding the
welcome.
wolf. I just think feeding the wolf at a more proper time when we're
Let's
not
go.
in danger.
We'll get you some
Let's
pastries.
let's
Okay.
go. Let's do
Let's
this.
do the fire thing.
Let's light this sucker.
Oh my god.
Does anybody have? Who has a torch?
I got flaming arrows. I got explosive arrows. I mean,
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
I can always buy
we need
more.
to get further away, and
I'm
then
pretty sure
yeah,
that
have at it.
several. Yeah, I'm saying
So
pretty
we
sure
are
that
taking the
several of you
horses.
have.
Right?
Yeah, let's say we take the horses. At least load them up with any of our gear if we need to.
Yeah.
Maybe we should ride them. I think it might look weird for a group of guards to be just escorting some horses through the city.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. And I'll pull out a torch and hand it to Clumsy and say, you know what? Like I said, your honors, burn this sucker down.
Is anybody not disguised as a guard right now?
I'll put my hat
Clumsy.
back on. Yeah. Or you know what? I can give. You know what? I'm gonna take my hat and put it on Clumsy's head, and have her transform it whenever we're done burning this place down.
I have to explain to her how that works. And why you're trying to
So-
put something on her head.
All right, so Clumsy, we're gonna need you to kind of join us as this guard brigade, so that way we can move safely through the city. Otherwise, we may have issues. So I'm gonna give you my hat, and I'm gonna follow through the city, just behind you guys, out of reach and out of sight. You're gonna have to put on the hat, and you can obviously use some kind of magic. So you're going to essentially look at Halvar, and you're going to become him and change up the face just a little bit, not a big deal, and go from there. Or I don't know who
Different hair color.
Yeah, different hair color. We can push your helmet down, call it a day.
Basically,
Little facial hair.
Your character is familiar with the concept of magic items, Clumsy. So he's explaining to you that you're going to be using a magic item to try to change your appearance. So basically, what you're going to do is over here on this tool in Tabletop Simulator. So if I ask you to roll 1d20, you're just going to click on the d20 here to put 1 on there. And then you're going to just click on roll. And so for now, that's... we did 2, so we're going to take the first one, which is a 16. So basically, so when I ask you for to roll a 20, you'll do that. You'll just do the 1d20, click on roll, and then we'll take that result. There's more to it, but we'll go over that when we have our little kind of meetup session to go over how everything works. So he explains to you what you need to do, and if you are going to do it, you can succeed at it. But he's trying to hand you this hat and ask you to change your appearance so he doesn't look so suspicious, even though you're still going to be walking around with a giant wolf.
Okay, so I just need to put the hat on.
Yeah.
And then think of what you want to look like.
Are you gonna
Okay,
do it,
so
Clems?
yeah, so I put the hat on and I think really hard and
So with the roll that you gave me there a minute ago, you're able to kind of grasp the concept of how it all works and fits together. and how to activate the device, and then you find yourself looking very much like this other guard that's standing in front of you. Because Halavar, were you still looking like a guard, or were you looking like Halavar? No, you said you turned back into the guard.
Yeah,
you said you turned back into looking like a guard. So yeah, you look very similar to this guard. You feel the magic wash over you. You don't have a mirror, but you feel like you're changing. And if you look down your arms, like your arms definitely look like not your arms. And you feel like you've taken on the presence of this person with a couple of changes. You feel like you succeeded in your task. Yay! I got a crap ton of atoms. I got 10,000 atoms. Yes, you have hairy ass arms. That is correct, Fergie. She now has hairy arms. Though she was a druid, so maybe she already had hairy arms. Who knows?
Dirty hippie druids.
I did not.
Okay, well there you go. She did not. She's just a druid that shaves. And
Well,
bathes
I will
and does all
say
those
elves are
things.
pretty hairless, so
This is true. This is also true. But yeah, so you put on this guise of, as far as you're concerned and as far as you know, you now look like a city guard. You're not sure what to do with this information or exactly where you're going or why they had you look like a city guard, but they've asked you to take on the appearance of a city guard, and you have accepted. So
I do wonder. I mean, Clumsy wasn't on the wanted list. Kylar, you are.
That is true.
that is true. But I don't know.
I wasn't gonna say
Are we gonna
anything.
escort her?
Let's go. What could go wrong? Seriously, guys.
It makes more sense for the druid to be walking with the elf or with the wolf than
A city guard.
guards.
Drug dog.
Drug dog, bro.
The damn big drug dog.
Dude, drugs these days, man.
I think
all those
No problem with
pastries.
I think you might have a point there with the wanted list, but we're not very far from the Thieves Guild either. So either way,
yeah, I mean, you guys,
We'll be fine.
you know that there is an entrance pretty close by.
I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
Or
Right.
you can even arrest me and escort me. Either way, I'd rather be free with my actions. So
Yeah, let's just try it.
all right, let's burn the sucker down. Let's get to the Thieves Guild. Talk to the guild master and see if he can give us any information.
Go.
Let's do it.
All right.
Burn it down.
So just to recap, who looks like what now?
Okay.
Still a guard. Still a burly male guard.
Also still a guard.
Still guard.
So I look like a guard now.
Yep.
Okay.
Still a burly male
And
guard.
we do take the time to explain to Clumsy what we're doing. The fact that we are going to have to move to the city.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Obviously, are being tracked. It's an
I was paying
execution order
attention.
if we're caught. So you're gonna have to bluff, is what I'm getting at. You're gonna have to
We'll
pretend you're a
be fine.
guard. So
Okay.
So all right, so you
So
guys.
my dog's a search dog then, or what?
however you'd like to
My
play it.
wolf. Okay. I'll
Big ass
figure it out.
fucking search dog. Maybe you should put
No,
the
we'll
hat
figure it
on
out.
the wolf.
Figure it out. No.
Except the wolf couldn't command the hat, so. Turns out the wolf always wanted to look like a beautiful, beautiful butterfly.
Right.
So okay, and you guys were taking the horses. You're riding them. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
that would make the most sense.
Okay.
Okay. And how are you starting this fire?
Throw a torch into the
I
basement.
am going to run into the house, throw it into the basement, and run out really fast before it explodes behind me.
Well, that is the thing.
It
is
was the
you
slow
throw-
burner.
You throw the torch down, and it just starts to, like, the fire starts to spread rather quickly, but not in an explosive manner. And did you guys said that you got the rest of the barrel out, is that correct? I thought I heard
Yep.
that. Okay.
Yes, the
Um,
wolf moved it out.
Yeah, pushed it up with his head and gave some assistance. So you guys, she
Have it
throws the
lashed
torch
to a horse, probably.
at this point. Yeah. So you guys, you run in the house, throw this lit torch down into the basement where you've spread around all this viscous, flammable napalm. It starts to spread across the floor, lighting up the tinders and broken pieces of furniture that you've spread around the basement. You stand there for just a second before you take off running the other way so you don't get engulfed by the flames. You just enjoy the blaze that you've started. And by the time you get out the front door of the house, the flames are already creeping into the upper areas of the upper first floor of the house, of the home. Smoke starting to slowly filter into the different rooms. And by the time you actually get caught up to everybody else outside, small plumes of smoke are starting to make their way out of the various chimneys that are spread throughout the house. And at that point, you
Just out
guys
of curiosity, how busy a street is this?
you're up in the noble. Everybody, go ahead and pull your figs off the map if you've got figs on the map. You don't have to worry about it, Clumsy. Your character isn't on the actual map right now.
Somebody grab mine, please. Seeing as I can't get into tabletop right now.
Got it.
Thank you.
You got it. That's one of the dudes.
I'm taking him.
Okay. I just need to pack up this map so I can take you guys back to the city and show you where. Gotta pack that. Now we'll go ahead and bring up the gaming table so everybody else can see as well. Okay. So, the house that you guys were at was up over on this hill. That's this house right here, actually. You may notice the shape and general layout appears the same. This is it's called Golden Hill. It's where the richest nobles of the town live, the high nobles live in this area. So the streets aren't very busy because it's not like a throughway to any other district or anything along those lines. It's a dedicated curving road that leads up to the top of a hill, with just a couple of smaller outlets to lower streets that goes down a steep incline. So it is not extremely busy. There might be a couple of people coming and going to their homes, but right now it just looks like somebody lit a fire in the fireplace with the amount of smoke that's coming out. But it is slowly starting to build to be more and more smoke. And from where you guys are, you can see the lower portions, like you can see through the window that there are flames starting to flicker inside.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Yep.
Like the amount of this material that she spread around the basement, along with the kindling that she provided, has got it to the point where it is quickly gaining purchase on the home.
All right,
So
guys,
you guys-
don't look back. Let's get to the Thieves Guild.
Alright, so you guys get up on your horses. You're basically one short, so somebody's going to have to share or walk/run.
I'll be
I'll share with
Right.
Clumsy.
I don't imagine that Clumsy is going to be too far away from her wolf, so I imagine she'd probably be one of the ones walking, if nothing else.
Oh.
But that's up to Clumsy. Take a horse if she wants. Up to the group how you guys are riding out of here.
Yeah,
Especially with Kylar
I'll be
looking
on
like
to
Kylar.
it for sure.
The
I mean,
burly man asked
I could
to
totally
show
solve
horse
this
with
problem.
Say what, Halvar?
I could totally solve this problem.
you. Oh God!
Because he has
I'll go ahead and
His
summon my
his own
horse.
horse. Yeah.
Oh,
But
true.
won't they recognize the horse? I mean, isn't it a
No,
fancy horse?
He's not nearly as famous as I am.
I mean, Clumsy's happy walking either way, but Clumsy will take a horse.
Okay, with Halavar summoning
enough
his
now.
horse, then there are enough horses. That left the guards, meta-wise, Halavar, also that left the guards thoroughly confused, because when they confiscated the cart from Anu, it had two carts tethered up to it, Anu's horse and your horse, and there was a guard sitting there watching the cart, and then suddenly there was only one horse. So he was thoroughly confused. But okay, so everybody's got a horse. How is your wolf going along, Clumsy? Is it riding kind of between the horses? You're having it go between the horses to use them for cover, or is it just walking out on the street loud and proud?
We're gonna have him run ahead in case there's anybody on the road.
Well, you would have to kind of stick close to the group or
Close,
a little
but
bit behind
ahead
because Kylar has to
Okay.
guide it where to go to get to the Thieves Guild.
Then
'Cause
he'll
it's not-
just stay by my side.
Okay, but is he like on the outside where anybody can see him, or is he kind of using the cover of the horses to hide his size?
He's gonna use the cover of the horses.
Okay. All right, so you guys are just
Are
traveling.
the horses tame enough to handle a wild animal?
Element. He's not wild.
Now that
The horses would recognize him as a wild animal.
Yeah, but now that they are trained horses, so now that they actually have riders that are commanding them and they're not being attacked by the wolf, he's also not being aggressive right now. They're unwary, but they're not like bucking and freaking out because you guys are basically telling them that everything is fine, and giving them orders to follow. And as well-trained horses, trained by Rathcliffe.
That dirty bastard.
Yes, I mean he's a dirty bastard, but he's very good at his job, which his job is training horses for nobles. So yeah, the horses they're wary of this wolf, but they're not freaking out by any means. So you guys are able to make your way pretty easily. You have to get down off of the Golden Hill and into the lower districts before you're able to get to any of the Thieves Guild entrances. But you're able to make your way down there, and as you guys get to the bottom of the house, or the bottom of Golden Hill, you're coming out. I'm trying to see on this map where the actual exit is. So it curves around this way for your guys' purposes. Curves around this way and comes down over into these right into the shopping district, leading you into one of the Thieves Guild entrances. And by the time you guys get to this point in the curve, if you look back over your shoulders, it is just billowing a big black plume of smoke into the sky. You imagine that at this point there probably isn't much of the house left, except for anything in this, like the stone foundation of the basement and any stone pillars that might have been present. The rest of the house at this point is just thoroughly engulfed in flames. You can see the embers flickering off as they pass up into the sky, and just making their way. And at this point, people are starting to panic and make their way kind of up the hill to see what's going on, running away from the hill. There's a large, by the time you guys get down to the shopping district, down at the bottom, like the very bottom of the hill, and you're entering into that area, there are brigades of guards and water carriers and carts making their way to this hill to get up there, and they have probably no hope of putting out this fire, but they at least want to try to stop it from spreading to the other homes in the area. Bonus for you guys, with the house being burnt 100% to cinders, and considering that you left Lobelia just lying in the front door,
she real dead.
They probably won't know that you murdered her. So there's that at least.
Should have put her in a bed with a pack of cigarettes.
So you guys are able to make it to the entrance of the Thieves Guild. Those of you with brands are easily able to walk through the entrance that Kylar points out to you. There is a Thieves Guild member standing by, kind of in the shadows, who kind of comes out a little bit when you guys first approach. Upon seeing Kylar not dressed as a guard, they just kind of dip back into the shadows and allow you guys free passage to go through. He takes a little bit of hesitancy upon seeing the wolf, and he's kind of clumsy. If you look over, you see this guy dressed in just a mix of black leathers and a cloaked hood, and you see him kind of step forward a little bit as he sees you come around the corner. There's one too many people than there should be, and he starts to step forward to question who you are, and then he sees your wolf, looks over at Kylar, and he's kind of looking at you questioningly, Kylar.
Don't worry. I know she's with us. The wolf's fine.
So then
We
he
need
gives
to see the guildmaster.
He gives one more look back over you, Clumsy, looks back at your wolf with kind of a wide eye, half fear, half confusion, and then just steps slowly back into the shadows and doesn't say a word. In front of you, you see a couple of people basically just walk through a wall. 3 of the people, currently just walk straight through the wall. And it turns back. It goes from being a solid brick wall to having a slight shimmer to it. And then they walk through, and the wall just turns back to a blank slate of stacked bricks. Kylar walks over to the wall, kind of pulls open the breast of his shirt, and shows, you see like a hint of a tattoo there. And upon seeing that, the wall again becomes hazy. And I imagine Kylar allows Celissa to go through.
Yep. I'll kind of
And then he's
walking up to the gate and just hold the tattoo open so that way it allows them safe passage through.
Okay. And so you're basically at this point, Clumsy, being ushered towards a brick wall that looks slightly hazy.
Clumsy? Wolfie? After you. It's okay. Go through. We can walk through walls here.
Becky's gonna offer her his hand. Like, come with me.
Clumsy's gonna grab your hand reluctantly.
Perfect. Let's go. I'm gonna drag her in.
Alright, so this big burly guard leads you through a wall. Your wolf kind of just grabs reluctantly onto the tailcoat of your cloak and just uses that and follows you through the wall. And then, Kylar, are you dipping through after everybody else is through?
Yep. I'll give a nod to my rogue brother. Go
to
through.
your associate.
Yep.
Okay. Clumsy, as you finish making your way through, you look back as Kylar is walking through the wall as well, and you are in a completely different area. You are in one of the largest rooms that you've ever seen. Its ceiling going higher than even the building that you were in just a moment ago. So you get the idea that you've walked through to a completely different area, not just a secret passage into an area behind that wall. And as Kylar steps through, you hear just a faint, just as the portal closes behind you. You're surrounded by tall columns and just a cadre of shady-looking individuals.
Well, welcome to our home under this home. It's probably the safest place we have to figure out what we're gonna do. Guys, I know you said you wanted to see the
guild leader. Gotta go find Anu, see if they got him back yet, or her back.
Yeah, I think we probably ought to go talk to the guild leader because he can direct us to it. And I'm sure he'll want to know what we found out.
Yeah, they had Anu back before you guys left.
Yeah.
Well, Anu has the box, right?
Yep.
So let's go talk to Anu.
Well,
pretty sure we want to give the horses away too, and not just walk through the Thieves Guild with horses the entire time.
Yeah, you guys have badass. A bunch of horses here in tow behind you, and there's all these shady, roguey looking motherfuckers are just standing there looking at you guys with your horses like, a couple of them are standing up. A couple of them are standing up.
Guards just walked in with horses.
Yeah, I was gonna say several of these guys are standing up.
The hats. You might want to the hat.
Oh yeah, I'm dropping the hat as soon as I'm through.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, I was say because several of these roguey individuals are standing at attention, weapons drawn, because a couple of town guard just walked in, and they're presuming Kylar a traitor because it looks like he's the one that let them through.
Becky's gonna stay on her horse as the town guard. You guys can take your other stuff off.
I'm just taking the disguise off.
Same.
I'm leaving the
Okay.
hat on. I'm just
Same.
releasing the disguise.
Okay. So the guards start to slowly circle, or the rogues kind of ignore the rest of you and slowly start circling around Clumsy and Becky.
I know, guys. They're here to see our guild head. We have our reasons. So just let's do this the easy way. Go hang out with him. We have words with him. He knows we're coming.
Do we have the tattoos or the marks we can show?
You
We
have the
do.
brand.
Yeah.
Can I show the brand?
Or
It is
'Cause
not.
I don't.
You attempt to show the brand, and it is not visible.
Ooh, this looks awkward.
Yeah, you like hold out your forearm. You're like, no, look, see, and there's nothing on your arm.
let's guys.
I don't know, Clumsy. I mean,
Let's relax a little bit. It's fine.
So
no one
Clumsy,
needs to die today.
you see the rest of your party kind of drop the disguises that they had on of looking like the town guard.
So I'm gonna drop my disguise too.
If you want to, just giving you some prompting knowledge. So yeah, you drop yours, and the rogues kind of start getting the idea, and they just kind of slowly back away and kind of go back to doing their things, playing cards, throwing dice. Still a little bit wary, but they get the gist and the idea at this point. So, all right. So you guys are heading. What are you guys doing with the horses?
I can walk around with mine, right? Like on top of mine.
In this area, yes, the ceilings are high enough that you can stay on your horse.
Wonderful.
Kylar, where should we take these horses?
That's a good question. I've never had to use one in the Rogues Guild. It's not exactly the quietest approach. I'll look around and wave to another rogue fellow. Be like, do you want some horses? We can't do anything with them.
Yeah. I
You
guess
guys don't
Where's
have
where's our
I guess
where's
I'll
our
take
stable?
them. So yeah, I guess I'll take them to the stables for you if you guys don't need them.
Awesome, because I have no idea where that is.
You don't. The guild has changed so many times since you got here. Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly right, Fergie. Halavar, are you going to do an amusement factor and let them take your horse too?
Yeah,
You should
absolutely.
do it.
So, for those of you that don't know or are just joining us, Halavar is playing a paladin, and in Dungeons and Dragons, paladins get a magical horse that they can call upon that will come to them whenever they want, and that they can dismiss from reality whenever they want. So, when we say for amusement factor, we mean that he's going to let them take his horse, and then at some point in the near future, when it's probably going to be the most confusing for them, he's going to dismiss his horse so it just vanishes. And fuck with people because it's funny.
I hope somebody's writing it at that time.
Oh, I hope so too. That would be great.
Hilarious.
All
Right,
They're
so
on an important mission.
Yeah. Are you guys making your way to the guild master or to where you know they took Anu?
Anu.
Yeah, might as well go on it first.
Okay. Is anybody giving any further explanation to Clumsy as you guys are going along as to what you're doing here? This is her first time in the Thieves Guild. She's no idea who this Anu person that you're talking about is. Are you giving her any explanation?
She's
or just
awesome.
expecting
You're
her to
gonna
tag
love
along?
her.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we can explain it. I mean, we're members of the elite special investigative unit of the city.
Former.
This was one of
We are?
our. Yeah, we are. Not my fault. My boss is a traitor.
I guess not all of us are.
You were deputized.
No, remember, she denied it.
Well, we don't acknowledge her authority anymore. In our eyes, you are deputized,
That's right.
and that's all that really matters is the views of your compatriots.
Like, do you
Yeah,
want me
because
to actually explain
my
it?
boss is crazy.
Or does she, as a player, know this already?
Does who know what?
No, because She
Like,
probably
I don't
doesn't
know what kind of
anything.
backstory you've given her.
Yeah, she probably doesn't know much about the Thieves Guild or why we're in
No,
here.
she
I
is
know
not from.
nothing.
Yeah, she's not from this town. She came into town, like she is a true druid, lives out in the wild kind of thing. And she is just coming into town because she knows that it's coming up on the week of festivities that lead up to the Shining. So she's literally, she doesn't really know any of the workings or the ways of the town. She recognizes a town guard when she sees one, because she's maybe come into town once or twice for supplies that she couldn't get out in the forest or whatever. But she doesn't really know the workings or the ways of towns in general, specifically not one this large.
Okay, well,
So
we're the investigative unit. We were investigating the possibility of an assassination attempt on the king during the Shining. Tracked that down, found out there's a very large conspiracy using the rings, one of which you have. Where one of the holders was the head of the guards, our boss, and whenever she found out we were onto her, she put a warrant on us with an execution order, and so we are hiding out in the Thieves Guild because no one else can get in here. So it's a good base of operations while we try to track these things down and stop the attack.
And one of their party members, Anu, was captured and put in the stocks pending being hung. But the Thieves Guild was able to rescue her and bring her into the Thieves Guild, but she's currently recovering from the ordeal. So I think we can do the interactions with Anu. So you guys make your way through the Thieves Guild. Bumsy, you just kind of towed along at this point to see where this all goes.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys make your way through the Thieves Guild to where Anu is lying, recovering, in a bed. Like, she was in the stocks, but they had the stocks extra tight, you can tell. And there's a maid there, like a handmaid by the bed, tending to Anu. And as you look a little bit more closely, you can see that Anu has some rope burns and markings on her neck. The handmaiden explains that they were able to rescue her, but the only way they were able to do it was as kind of a last-minute approach. So they basically took her from the noose as she was dropping. Kind of a situation. So she is, like, larynx mostly crushed. Magic has helped a little bit, so she is healing. But it is going to be a significant amount of time before she's fully recovered. She's mostly unconscious, and she does not appear to have much of her belongings with her.
Okay. I guess we asked the handmaiden whether or not all of her personal effects are here in the room with her.
Everything that the guard did not take is here with her. That amounts pretty much to the clothes on her back.
Okay, well, that definitely sucks. So,
Anu, you good? Can you talk? Is she unconscious? I don't know if I can.
Yeah,
see
she's mostly unconscious. It's like that whole 1/4 awake, but mostly passed out from pain and medication.
We don't have any spells. Tim, you have any way to see what she may have saw?
No.
I think I have a spell for that, but I have to wait a day or have to rest for it.
Anna's gonna be the only one who knows where that box is.
yeah. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to come back when she's awake.
We should talk to our guild head too.
Doing a heal check of some kind, because I can't roll a dice right now. Is there any healing that I can provide for her?
They've pretty much done all of the magical healing that would be prudent at this time, as well as natural healing, and it's just a point of letting her recover to a specified point in recovery, and then they can do more works on her to get her a little bit more healed up. They don't want to rush it, because if they just her larynx was mostly crushed, so if they just cast a heal spell on her, it would heal the actual wounds, but the larynx would still be mostly crushed. Like, she wouldn't be degrading from it anymore, but she wouldn't, just like if you, like with Becky's nose earlier in the campaign, when it got broke and you cast a heal spell on it, it just instantly set it where it was, and you had to re-break it, set it, and then cast the healing spell again. So it's a matter of, there's a level of...
What about,
I just
like,
was double checking that there
regeneration?
wasn't anything more that I needed to do for her.
What about
No, not really. They've pretty much got it. They're under the process of getting her healed back up, but it is going to be a while before she is recovered enough to
Guildmaster
to be able to assist in any sort of a way.
Yeah, guys, we need to go see the Guildmaster at this point, because if Anu can't give us answers, maybe he can.
Yeah, I thought I had a spell, but I don't have it.
All right, so you guys make your way to the Guildmaster, and as you guys are walking through these hallways, it's just everybody is stepping immediately out of your way. Like, nobody really got in your way before. They let you pass, but they weren't avoiding you. But at this point, there's this humongous, like, almost small bear-sized wolf walking down the hallway with you, and everybody is just pushing themselves back up against the walls, getting out of the way of this thing coming down, walking towards them. So it's the clearest path you've had through the Thieves Guild any of the times that you've been here doing anything.
It's kind of nice. We should do this more often.
So you get to the Guildmaster's office, and he's just kind of sitting there behind his desk, going through some papers. He looks up and sees the lot of you standing at the door and just kind of ushers you all in. Kylar, my boy, what have we found out? Holy shit, what is that? And he points at
That's our
the wolf.
friend. That's Wolfie.
He's
fine.
His name's Majora.
Majora the Wolfie.
Majora, okay, well, and who are you, my druidic friend, I presume, if you're with the lot of them?
People call me clumsy.
Do they call you that for a reason, or because that's your name?
Is that your name?
I acquired a reputation.
If it suits you and you don't mind the moniker, then I suppose we'll stick with it. Why do you have a giant wolf? And how did you get wrapped up with this lot?
Well, we found her. I mean,
Kyla.
It was... Yeah, I know.
The lady.
It's weird. Oh, alright, whatever. Go for it.
Well, I've had the wolf since I was a child. But yeah, I don't know. They just found me and they killed this lady and we burned some stuff down and some stuff happened.
Who did you kill now?
And we did the things and now we're here.
You are the cause of the giant blaze upon Golden Hill.
You could have let Becky. Yeah.
Becky, it seems you found a friend.
I think I'm in love. I mean, I wasn't really there, guys, but she's pretty freaking awesome.
And why are you still wearing that disguise in here?
Am I still on the horse?
No, they took away your horse, but you still look like a guard.
Ah, damn. So I was like, on the horse. Fine. Becky feels a little bit embarrassed. She's gonna take it off and.
And so now, Clumsy, you see that this big burly guard is a very ripped woman.
Smoking hot.
Very attractive looking woman. And so everything, like some of the past events that you've experienced recently, make a little bit more sense now. The giddiness, the high-pitched voice when they got excited, all makes a little bit more sense.
The gal pals.
So he just kind of hangs his head like mild frustration. Okay, well, I heard that there was a hill, or a house on the hill on fire. Whose house was it, and who did you murder? And was there a particular reason?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I didn't do it.
I like the fact that all of us are just kind of like, looking at the corners of the room here.
Okay,
You didn't murder the
I'm gonna
woman,
take-
or you didn't kill, or you didn't set the house ablaze.
You're being an
Oh,
rightful
I
owner.
just didn't do it.
Becky's gonna take credit for the house. Because, like,
At first, he was hesitant to accept her response of "I didn't do it" until Becky piped up and claimed responsibility for the house, and then he just kind of small nods to himself.
I'm gonna reach over to Clumsy and I try off like a fist bump.
What are you doing?
I got you, fam.
Social interaction for a socially reclusive druid.
Clumsy's gonna awkwardly tap your fist because she doesn't know what you're doing.
Fist bump. Do it. Do it.
Poor Becky.
There we go.
So yeah, so he's still waiting on an answer for who it was that you murdered. At this point, like, since nobody's answering, he just fixates.
Useless hack.
He just fixates on Kylar, waiting for an answer.
I can talk now?
You are
okay.
leader.
Yes, you may talk
now. That would be the Hot Bottom Mistress, Rathcliffe's old lady, or new lady, if you will. We came to find that she had one of the rings we sought after, and lo and behold, she could also command gargoyles that almost tore our throats out. And she was able to convince our druidic friend over here to say some magic chant that was going to essentially blow us all up. So that's where we are. She apparently has a 6th ring that we didn't know about.
Well, there were rumors of the 6th ring out there, but a 6th ring?
Rumors are
You
true.
actually
She has it.
Well, that's both interesting and perplexing. Clumsy, did your camera go away on purpose?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Well, that is an interesting development, I suppose. I would say one down, but it wasn't one that you were counting on, so I guess it's... Well,
actually, we got Hot Bottoms.
Not true, I suppose that is one down. Well,
So,
I guess we'll...
Hot Bottom's gone. We have 3 rings. One of which our friend keeps with her to help her speak to her wolf.
And is this Majora of yours, is it tame enough? It's not going to murder any of my delinquent servants that we have in the guild?
He only eats on command.
Good to know. Alright, well, let me know what you need of me. Otherwise, you, as usual, have free room to stay here. I can prepare some rooms for you for the evening. I'm sure we can find accommodations large enough for you and your furry companion.
There is one thing. We're looking for Rathcliffe. Do we know anything about him? Do you guys, has anyone in the Thieves Guild come across him yet?
Last that we heard, he was in the temple with Margle.
In the temple with that bitch.
They are making preparations for the arrival of the king.
Oh,
Bet
good.
they are.
So she's in the temple. Got it.
So,
And we will
Alyssa,
go
do you
ahead.
want to discuss the maps at some point?
You guys like bring everything up with outside party members all the time, don't you?
That's why I've been waiting for that to ask something.
It is midnight, though, so we are going to go ahead and call it for the night so we don't end up with another 45-minute run over like we did last week. So I will say, as we go into like our evening wrap-up of how everybody felt about the session and all of that good jazz, with saying, again, that we are doing our giveaway. If you would like to enter that, go ahead and do that giveaway, exclamation point giveaway, and 1 for the number of tickets that you're purchasing. Everybody is allowed 1 ticket. Again, you do need 20 currency, 20 gold, which is the channel currency, if you would like to enter that. Giveaway space 1. Exclamation point, giveaway space 1. There you go. And again, anybody that wants to enter that, feel free to do so, as long as you've got the 20 gold and you are a follower of the channel. I'll learn to speak one of these days. Yes, are you a follower of the channel? But how did you guys feel about tonight? I know it was all RP and not really a whole lot of action, but as you guys know, that happens sometimes. We don't always have combat. How are you guys feeling about the situation as it stands currently and having a new party member?
I'm sorry, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm trying.
We'll get you
has
there.
to start off somewhere.
We'll
Yeah,
get you
you're
there.
good.
Every single one of our players and myself all started out exactly where you are at one point or another. So as long as you had enough fun with it,
our first days.
yeah, as long as you had enough fun with it to come back and try to learn more.
Oh yeah, I'll be back.
That's the important part. So, I mean, so initial impressions, I know you're still trying to figure out exactly how things work and what all happens and how the game progresses and things like that, but in general, what are your thoughts or your takeaways from the evening being a fresh player to D&D?
Oh, I think it's a blast. I'll totally do it again. This is a lot of fun. I didn't know if I could get into it or not, but it's actually not that hard.
Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of it's just improv and storytelling, so if you just build up your thought processes on how to just dick around with a bunch of other nerds and come up with shit on the fly, then you'll be fine. The dice rolling and all that stuff is tertiary, whatever. We can get all that stuff figured out going forward, teach you how to deal with all of those things. How about everybody else? You guys have fun tonight? Anything else that you guys want to mention or want to bring up that you've been doing? Paul, how's your Uber meal prep stuff coming along?
Good. Been busy with it, actually. Still, we're like, website's almost ready to start selling all of our food, so I'm super stoked about that, which obviously Mirza is helping with. So we're hopefully going to start hitting up some of the really fancy gyms in the area and promoting our products, so we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty excited for it. In the meantime,
Nice.
I'll be playing Pathfinder and Destiny 2, because Destiny 2 is not as bad as I thought it would be.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I've been having fun with Destiny too. So I mean, I don't even, for some reason, I don't even have you on my friends list on BattleNet somehow. You weren't showing up, so that's weird.
Really? I'm on there somewhere.
Weird. I don't think that we've actually played anything on BattleNet together yet.
Except for maybe some Overwatch.
Maybe, but I think that may have been through other people that had us both on their friends lists.
That's true.
How about you, Reno? You how long is your pool seasons? Are you still doing pool?
I don't know how long they actually are. I think it's somewhere between like 12 and 15 weeks.
All right. You guys coming back up?
Yeah, I played on Wednesday, and I did have some good personal breakthroughs as far as like my own game. I did win my match, but I've been losing on Sundays, so it's a little give and take. Hopefully, just always progressing though.
Gotcha. Clumsy, do you want to give people kind of that maybe watching on my stream but not on your stream an idea of who you are and what you do over on your channel? introduce yourself a tiny bit?
Sure. So I am Clumsy Chemist. I am a real life clumsy chemist. I do chemistry in real life very clumsily. Luckily, we don't have any open flame or gas lines in our chemistry lab, so that's a plus. We do have lots of acid and other very volatile and angry fluids, so it's been an interesting ride the last year. But I started streaming in June. I became affiliate like a couple weeks later, and I just do a variety of games. So anything from PUBG to Sims 4 and anything in between. I do Ark, Rocket League. What else do I play? Friday the 13th, Dead by Daylight, all kinds of stuff. I have a Nintendo Switch that I'm going to start streaming here as soon as my longer HDMI cord comes in the mail, because I finally got my capture card, so that will be happening shortly as well. And yeah, that is what I do.
So is that why, since you're actually a clumsy chemist, you wanted to burn the house down with the goo?
That and fire is fun.
Yeah, I just like fire and chemicals.
Well, I'm hoping your druid can light some stuff on fire for us later, so that'll be good.
Yes.
Sorry, just telling Bob
That's what I want.
some information. There we go. Jesse, what have you been going? Words. Jesse, what have you had going on lately? I know you started playing Cuphead, but are you doing anything else?
Honestly, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm absolutely obsessing with it. I mean, it's an absolutely gorgeous game. These guys really did a cool ass job. So, could have played it with my brother, who is just an absolute master at this point. But I figured, they did a good job, so I'd pick it up. It's $20 on Steam, and definitely one of the best games I've ever played. If you're looking for just absolute, just tear jerking difficulty, it's the way to go. It's like Mega Man on crack. So, been doing that. Sunday, I intend to deep fry a turkey and make some other good things to eat for the group of fighters out there. So, wish me luck that I don't blow myself up.
Yeah, don't do that. Remember, thaw the turkey first.
I actually buy them fresh. So
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm so jealous. I've never tried deep fried turkey, and I've always
It's so
it's
good.
like a
So
giant
delicious.
fried chicken. It's a lot what it tastes like once you fry it.
Well,
but
so
yeah.
Jesse and Angel, Halavar and Celissa, both live in the Midwest, where I grew up in Missouri. So you get a lot of deep fryers out there. So that's where the good food
This
comes
will actually be my first deep fried turkey if I'm able to make it out too.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're out at the Pinnacles Youth Park, which is outside of the city. We live close by too, and it's like 300-foot cliffs that you can climb up on top of and then walk across these cliffs. And then it's just the most amazing pictures you can think of, because I mean, you're on top of these gigantic cliffs in a forest. So it's a really cool place to do it.
That's so cool. Surprisingly, in Southern California, we would get deer and coyotes and stuff right up at the fence of our backyard.
Nice. Yeah, we have a lot of deer here, like an unfortunate amount. So I already hit one, 3 weeks ago? Hit a deer, messed the truck up pretty bad.
It happens a lot. Ask next time you see Trampus, ask him about the time a deer literally attacked his car while he was driving down the road.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
haven't.
I haven't actually got to do the podcast with him yet, so I'm still not entirely sure how he intends to do that. Again,
He's
said
still building up
and
his
not
audio
stream.
setup.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure how he wanted to do it.
Yeah, I was talking to him about it. He's literally going to do a podcast, setting up a recording area, and it's going to be recorded broadcast that he's going to then put out on iTunes. He's figuring out the audio setup for all of that still. I was talking to him about how to get all that going. Ben, you got anything happen? Anything fancy you want to talk
I
about?
just bought Tyranny earlier this week. I've been playing through that CRPG. Just got a new kitten. Massive pain in my ass.
Is the kitten around? Show the stream your kitten.
Oh no, he's with Jackie. And this is actually a huge wrestling weekend. Got Survivor Series and NXT War Games, which is in wrestling, it's a big deal. So if you're into pro wrestling, this is a very exciting weekend.
Alrighty.
AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar. Oh my god, I'm so excited for that.
How about you, Angel? Anything that you got? What were you guys talking about? You got something for Jesse? Like, were you making him something?
My design studio is finally back up and running, so I'm super excited to be back in there and doing work again. I do a lot of different artsy kind of things. I do a lot of sewing. That's actually one of my favorite things to do, and I'm making him another coat. I had promised a bunch of people some tunics because they helped with some home construction stuff, and we were desperate, and so I exchanged clothing for construction.
Hey,
barter system.
Hey, yeah, exactly. So I'll have some new medieval tunics out next week for them, and a new surcoat for Jesse. And
nice. Sir Belden likes his surcoats.
Probably be in the design studio by next week because it's time to move the gaming system in that direction again.
Nice.
So it'll be a new background again.
Whenever you get it done, we'll have to make sure that we get it on camera.
Yeah, for sure.
And my Discord has a crafting goodness channel. You can always post pictures of the stuff that you guys make, like your glass etchings or your clothing stuff. Post pictures of it in the crafting stuff. Let people see that stuff.
Will do.
That sort of stuff is awesome.
And I just commissioned a new surcoat, Jesse. You're going to be so jelly. Just so you know.
Did it cost more than $400? Because that's how much the bear pelt on mine cost.
No, I mean, they commissioned one from me, and it's going to be looking pretty damn cool, actually. Oh, I'm excited. I'm getting my designs done for it now.
Nice. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to give literally one more minute. Anybody that has not entered the giveaway wants to throw that command out there. I'm going to do like a 30-second countdown and then pick this winner.
I don't have any gold.
Beam bomb, beam bomb, beam bomb.
Fuck you don't.
I don't think I do.
I don't know how much gold I have now.
Do an exclamation point gold. Find out.
Exclamation point gold.
Look at that.
Both of you fuckers have enough to enter.
Okay.
Do it.
That's okay. I have enough dice. I can never have enough dice. What am I saying?
Do it.
Yeah, you don't have enough dice. And these are nice. I'm gonna show them again. These are nice, like leafy looking. These are druid dice, really. So clumsy. If you win these, it'd kind of be fate. These are nice, like leafy druid style dice.
I want them. I want them.
They're pretty cool. All right, so that's gonna be our timer. So I'm gonna go ahead and as soon as I can find my giveaway tab again, let's do pick a winner. And this is all completely random by Ankbot. So here we go.
I like to.
I'm gonna do this.
Call it.
Let's go.
Thank you so much for asking.
Show my desktop. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna make this big so everybody can see. And pick winner. Hey, Clumsy, you did win. Awesome.
Wait, what?
You won.
I won something?
You won.
I won something in my life?
Ankbot
oh my god, I've never won anything before in my entire life.
Well, now you have. You've won your first set of actual gaming dice.
I'm so excited.
Come back over here so people can see your excited face. There we go. So there you go. So just send me on Discord or a whisper on stream or whatever where to send those, and I'll get those on their way out to you.
Okay.
But we are gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the night. I will be back at a minimum on Tuesday for probably some more GM prep now that I'm starting to lay out information for the next new campaign. And Clumsy, if you end up liking this whole ordeal well enough, then you are...
I just won some fucking dice, dude. I'll be back.
So you're welcome to join us into the next campaign. So we'll see how you like playing the druid, and then you can decide if you want to just keep the same druid and we'll level it up to keep things easy, or if you want to try to play something different. As we finish out this campaign, you'll get a more of an idea of how to play and what sorts of stuff you like to do with your character and all of that jazz.
It's a lot easier to start with the group instead of joining later.
As a fresh group, yeah. But I imagine that this campaign only has probably 3 to 4 more weeks in it. Just kind of wanted Clumsy to get in and get a feel for how the game runs before we start in on a completely new campaign.
In hardcore mode.
In hardcore mode, exactly, because it's going to be a higher level campaign, so stuff's going to be a little bit more difficult. And then also this other message popped up. I am thinking of starting up a possibly Tuesday D&D stream. So if anybody is interested in joining into another campaign that I might run, and you have to be a regular in the channel, so you may not meet that requirement as of yet. But if you are and you want to get in on the queue for people that I might bring into future games, do that ! Play D&D. And we can do that into consideration for any future games that I might be running outside of Friday night. Fergie, you might be a regular at this point. So just do ! Play D&D and see if it sticks you in the queue.
Did I just... I sent that as a message only to you, right?
You did, yes.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did not post that to the interwebs, so that's
okay,
definitely good.
Okay, good. Okay. Whew.
So, if you guys might not be regulars yet, Fergie and Bob. I'm not sure. I'll check on that queue here shortly. But before we wrap up and close it out for the night, does anybody have any final thoughts that they wish to leave everybody with?
No, pretty excited to kind of finish this out.
We're going to be flanking like a motherfucker in the next campaign.
New campaign. That's right. So, Clumsy has no idea what that means yet, but she'll get there. She'll figure it out. We're going to do a crash course and kind of go over the basic rules and how you play the game, so we'll get it all sorted. All right. Okay. Well, in that case, then, I'm going to throw out these links for people one more time. There's a Paul K for you. Check his stuff out. There's a chemist for you. Check her out. Throw those people some love. Clumsy, is there anybody online that you might want to host?
Yeah, actually. Hold on, I'll put her name in your chat right now.
All right. So we're gonna go host somebody that Clumsy is friends with. Modify my host command. So we're gonna go throw it on over to Simply Emily. What does Emily do? Clumsy, what's she doing tonight?
She's a variety streamer as well. I'm not quite... Let me look and see what she's doing tonight. I looked and then I forgot. She's playing golf with friends right now. That is what
golf with friends can be very
because she's like me. She does a lot of games, anything from PUBG to Sims 4 and anything in between.
Nice. Well, that can definitely be amusing for sure. Because golf with friends with the right group of friends is hilarious, especially if you have ball collision turned on. Balls just banging into each other all over the place. Oh wait, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, hosting people. Let's get on track. Alright, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to throw it on over to Simply Emily. If you don't mind horribly, throw in that Ironwood Tavern raid command. Or just let them know where you're coming over from.
Drunken Golf with Friends.
Drunken Golf with Friends is fantastic. But yeah, let everybody know where you're coming in from. Let them know if you're coming from Clumsy's stream or from my stream or both streams. Make a joint raid, whatever you want to do. And that is where we're going to head on over to. Love you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Baby Groot is going to dance the night away for you. Little dancing Baby Groot. All right, everybody say good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
See you next week.